This is how it went. Trials were.
Yeah, I didn't get to see a lot of Ender's gameplay
Now
because
you
I came
will.
in like at 9.
Now you will. I recorded everything in third
No,
person.
the most important question though is how did you guys feel with each one? Which one did you feel better with?
We feel
Because
better.
they're gonna get a lot less time to adapt to us.
We feel better with Andor.
Yeah.
His hero pool and his flexibility, like, it's more in sync with us.
Yeah, because if you notice the other guy was just like, no, I don't play Hanzo.
Oh,
But, like,
okay.
he's a his gun player, so like
Yeah.
like Hanzo's projectile, but like it's okay. Like,
Yeah, in I don't know about the Hanzo because both Shadow and I both play Hanzo, and one of us would be in when we can make it so. Because yeah, they're gonna get a lot less time to work with us. So as long as you feel very comfortable with them, it's honestly might better to go for that than the one that's more mechanically inclined. You know.
Alright. I'm gonna start this in a second.
So I'm gonna mute Master Chat. Let me know if let me know if anything important happens.
Is our first map.
Yeah.
Andor.
With the hard
With the hard R. I'm gonna mute myself here.
We're playing on Real.
I left and get boofed.
Oh, it's Rialto.
As
Oh, I'm
we're on
muted, that's why I can't
defense,
hear it.
I suggest we don't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine's
So we
muted by
don't
default too.
we don't do it. It's
muted
Rialto.
by
We only
default by
speak
Toad,
Italian.
but
Wait,
you
what?
gotta turn the volume.
Ender, what do you
You gotta
run?
unmute it.
I don't care. Just play whatever and I'll hold it.
Give me
I'll-
some heroes.
Awake or the Night Wolves.
What do you all know? I literally play anything, but I don't
No,
want to play Sombra.
just pick a hero.
Oh no, you should have warned me.
What are you gonna play?
Oh no.
I don't know.
I would have played along
That'll
and
work.
went, who's new?
Okay.
That's okay.
Yay.
Put pressure on the Pharah if they have
Stop
one.
drawing.
What is that, Tracer?
If we do that, I suggest we get Mercy awake.
So who's on
Thank
this? Shadow, Ender. Oh, okay.
Stop trolling. Awake, stop trolling.
Oh, interesting.
Somebody really needs to teach me how to Mercy super jump.
Oh, I'll show you.
Shadow, be careful.
They're right there. They got a far.
Okay, guys, think clear.
Ryan, Anna. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't
They're
show
going
you
to
a quick
Rissa.
play. Or not a
Watch
quick
to the
play,
left. Watch to the left.
training room.
With the Pharah.
Or low.
Damn it.
Pushing up. Backing up. Backing up.
Sonic is blue.
Oh my goodness. I feel like this happens this happened more than once to you guys when you've played on Rialto. Where is it? Oh, okay. So Ender's your hit scan player for this one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. So I mean, first setup, can anybody here, not Post, because Post is, his voice hurts, but can anybody here tell me what's wrong with this defense already? It's not with composition. It's
We
more
didn't
position.
hold the high ground.
Exactly. Your McCree, for some reason, is like way the fuck over here. And they've got a Pharah. Yeah, Pharah just literally stole all this space for their
If you're a
team.
hit scan, you need to take from Obi-Wan's notebook. You way to go high ground. Ow. I gotta admit, sometimes it is scary up there when there's not someone with you.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of you are very vulnerable up there.
I mean, to be fair though, you do have a Mercy, which you should
Oh,
be
yeah.
sending with McCree to the high ground,
I didn't notice that.
because that blocks Pharah. Like Pharah won't take that first engagement easily. Like all of that area is basically just like nullified by hit scan. That's why a lot of players will, like, the second you start, there will be like a Hanzo or an Ashe, like, or a Widow right there. And it's because it's really good high ground positioning. Let's see. All right, so yeah, as expected with that damage lineup, your Reinhardt could only hold here, and your Reinhardt died like almost instantly with all that damage. So losing your main tank is pretty much like the end of a fight. I don't usually recommend this unless your team is little divey, or unless you're really good at rotation, which most people seem to just drop rather than rotate. I don't know why. So let's see this play out.
Oh, we can't.
That's
No,
not
no, no,
good.
no, no. Just back up corner. Back up corner. To your right. To your right. To your right.
Or low.
Far half.
I'm down on point.
Back up.
I can't get out.
Oh man.
Alright, back up, back up.
UTS?
Or low. McCree flank.
McCree right. McCree right.
Bro, I can't.
One.
You pulled me in.
I have no.
You still flank. You still flank.
Holy shit. Alright. So, in like, what is this, the span of 51 seconds, I think?
Yep.
It's been pushed all the way through the choke. like every single choke point that can be blocked is pretty much being given up. Okay.
We didn't die on cart. We just kept backing up and backing up and backing up.
So, that is true. Although one issue is that if you want to die on cart, you have to have a plan for your next setup. Otherwise, your teammates might end up staggering by accident. And you know how these payload maps are. If you stagger at an important choke, it's pretty much over. Because they can just push you so quickly. Because this enemy team like has barely gotten kills. Like they're just kind of like cleaning up as people get out of position. Like their team hasn't had to do much. Their Reinhardt's just been swinging, Pharah's just been poking, and their McCree's just been making sure people, you know, if they're not behind barriers, they're taking extra damage. So, in these scenarios, like, the best thing you can do is make a call for a reposition rather than just back up. Because you do have a lot to deal with the Pharah. You have, oh god, that arrow looks creepy. You have a lot to deal with the front line. Like you have Hanzo for spam. You've got a Moira to stay with the Reinhardt, and you've got a Mercy to stay with McCree or the Hanzo. So they can effectively take more space than the enemy team, which is running double shield for some reason. I don't know why. And you also have a D.Va who can go and harass the Pharah like every time they have cooldowns, just to give the McCree a break. So, you guys do have the composition to delete this enemy team, but the problem that I'm seeing in a lot of the VODs that I get to review is that the composition and everything's there. It's just that the implementation is just, it's poorly executed, or at least sometimes never executed, because people lack the awareness to reposition themselves correctly. And I get you're trying out with somebody he's probably just trying to stay close to the team, so that's unfortunate. If I was there, I probably would have been like quizzing him already.
They're gonna be coming up on Shatter and Broad.
McCree behind you, Tomo.
Oh,
McCree behind you, Tomo.
Right.
Shit.
We need to
Alright,
back
let's
out or
group up. Let's back
recharge
up. Let's
now.
back up. Let's back up. Let's back up.
Back up.
Jamming you.
So coming up on, they're probably like 80 on Bongo, they're probably Shatter, probably Barrage. Getting close to.
They're close to
probably-
Bongos.
Yeah.
Top left far.
Holy fuck. So, I mean, I guess this is a good example of a team that has a plan. Like their McCree is like already looking for play of the game, I'm assuming. Their double tank lineup is, they got super aggressive. Orisa fucked up her shields, and then they're just piecing out. I don't know what's going on there. I think their Ana probably called them back to the cart or some shit. Pharmacy is extremely out of position. I don't know why they're trying to fire through that rather than poke this choke around the wall, but little things you can take advantage of. I do like that everybody's setting up down here, and you can set your hit scan up on that walkway, which is near the stairs. It's probably the best place to position yourselves against double shields, because all you have to do is drop on their heads and you win the fight. Although hopefully you can get your ultimates quick enough for that. Yeah, I see these, but there's not a lot you can do with that at the moment because you have to get past double barriers first or reposition yourselves. All right. Where's the pharmacy inside?
McCree's
On
right
the
side.
right, Free.
I
Far
have
main,
no
far
idea.
main.
Wait. Okay. I like that.
The arrows.
They look
Flat
so.
arrows.
Yeah. They look weird because they look like they're meant to like line up with the map, but they just kind of don't. So,
It's like you're really trying really hard to.
all right. So this was this was an issue last time. This piece of space right here is so good for fighting in. Natural cover here, natural cover here. The enemy team really has to poke in like around through here. Oops. Well, let me at least go back enough to. Oh, I may. All right. So, anyways, you want to set up right around. Hold on, I'm gonna choose a different color. Oh, it's a disgusting color. Hold on. All right, we'll go with pink, I guess. So right here, you guys know why that's not gonna work. They're running double
Yes.
shields, and they've got a damage boosted Pharah. This team, you know. I like that McCree has recognized that this high ground right here is extremely unnecessary because you won't get much value out of that. I do like that he's kind of standing where he thinks he should be, but the proper call for anybody on this team, any one of these people, is rotate. Because if D.Va stands like... Here, hold on, let me clear this bukkake of colors out of the way real quick. I know. If you have like D.Va right here, and their Pharah is looking for barrage on your team, and she sees you guys, your D.Va's just gonna fly up and eat that shit. Oh, hold on. I think my mouse sensitivity is like keeps bumping up. Okay, there we go. But if your D.Va's there to eat that barrage, and the enemy team is like very slowly trying to get you, Ryan's still barriering, right? Your D.Va's still there. You've basically got a coalescence that can give you full line of sight on that payload. And you've got McCree almost, which can cover and also break shields if you protect him. So you guys have to take these opportunities during these mid-fight engagements. I know they happen like really fast and they can be like an absolute clusterfuck. But what you really want to do is just take like an extra second to look at your team's position. I say this to tanks and healers especially, but if you're a DPS that feels like you could have a better angle, like Dreamer, I know you play hit scan. Like if you feel like you could have a better angle if you anchored yourself somewhere different, you should tell your tanks that. Because sometimes the tanks are only focusing on the front and they're not thinking about the position so much as protecting. Okay. So yeah, if anybody makes that call, it would be beneficial. Because like I said last time, you lose your fights when you split yourselves right here and the enemy team says, holy shit, we get all of this for free. Because what are they going to do? Like, all they have to do is just bag around the corner for a half second if you guys coalescence. And they're not going to see that as like an engagement. They can sit here and poke because you guys don't have line of sight from here.
So basically, we gave up defenders advantage by all being in one tiny little spot rather than spread out.
Well, I say you gave up defenders advantage by it's okay. So it's like a couple things. One, you want the most defendable position that you can get. Right here. Look how many points of entry there are. To this space in here. There's 2 points of entry. Right? Now, I know... Oh my god. Yeah, I know, but that's why I said earlier. D.Va stands here. You eat the Pharah. So, when you have 2 points of entry that are near your team, and you have an area like right here, right? Like, it looks like you've got, you know, just what's in front of you, but the enemy team can theoretically go here behind your team. They can poke from here, which gives them more value than you because they're the ones who are trying to push the payload and you're the ones who are trying to set up and push them back. So if they can consistently just poke you guys and then run away, you lose the shield war. And you're already losing the shield war because they have double shields. Their Pharah can look over here. Pharah has direct line of sight on your team. And if you're in here, the Pharah actually has to position herself in a very vulnerable position to your McCree, who has sight lines, right? So that's why I say, on this map especially, a lot of people make this mistake. They hide over here. I said this last time. This is optimal. This is okay if you have full brawl and you need to stand somewhere safe, but I wouldn't really recommend it unless your team is already being forced back and the enemy team is like right here. You could stand up here. But like I said, this was problematic in your last match, and this match isn't that different. But I think it's because you guys got a little bit scrambled in the mid fight.
Recharge your shield, back up.
We got
They're gonna have Nano and Valk probably by now end it.
Ursa one.
Gold. No gold, need help.
I can Valk.
I'm gonna hide noon.
They're gonna try shatter.
I slapped. I got it.
Push.
Push. Oh.
They have a lever.
Oh, no, it got impulsed.
We pushed that Orisa. We pushed the Orisa.
Be very mindful. One of the things, guys, be very mindful of the fact that you are calling ults, but make sure you guys call how you're gonna counter some of those ults. Like I know you guys called the barrage.
Yeah, we just used 5 ults.
Yeah. So I know you guys called the barrage and stuff, but think about how you're going to deal with that barrage. Okay?
I'll try to cover you as much as I can, Ender. And then we also have D.Va to DM you if anything happens. It's okay. It's okay, Brenna. It happens all the time.
I
Push
do
the
like that
McCree's on the right.
pause timeout.
He's one.
I don't have any more. McCree and Mercy right.
You see that, McCree low?
McCree low. I'm DMing. We have to get out. Break shield.
Mercy, or Pharah half.
McCree's gonna be close to
Down.
high noon again.
I was
Probably at,
off.
like 60, 70.
Wait, they're pulling
They're back.
back.
Oh, I was off by 20.
Yeah, because we killed the McCree. And the Mercy. Yeah, that's fine.
Is the forest still main?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is their Ana doing? Can somebody explain this to me?
She's by the.
Flank to get the angle on the McCree up here.
Why is the Kai's on the opposite team?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to point out. When he came back, it actually, because if you notice, like, we're actually their colors up here, like they're swapped. Our colors down here, their colors up there.
It's
So
because
when
he
he-
rejoined, so the
Yeah, when he rejoined, it gave him the proper color.
Yeah. Why are the colors wrong?
That's funny.
75.
Alright. Yeah, that would be sweet. You could just turn around and start damaging his teammates by accident. Oops.
So they
Forest
Shadow, Bongo,
Oh,
Deadeye,
no, wait, I fell.
and Barrage. Careful, Barrage might come from behind.
Far is inside.
I'm trying to watch it.
There's
Back
Bongo,
up, back up,
around the
Bongo,
corner,
back
around the
up,
corner,
Bongo.
around the corner. Please get out,
DMing
please.
you.
Hi, Blinky.
Here comes Barrage. Okay, cover me.
Good call.
I'm finding.
Alright. I like this, actually, a lot. I know it's like getting kind of fucked, but their Ryan's out of position already. You guys got a fat res, and all your team needs to do is stall for like a couple more seconds to get some ultimates up, and you might be able to counter them, or at least bait everything they have out.
I'm finding soon.
Sorry, I was too far away.
Is he low?
They might Deadeye.
No gold.
Do you want me to bomb this?
Did they already shatter?
No.
No
They
ults,
have it again. They have it again.
Wait, just touch
Down,
the
down.
ground. That's a loss.
Alright, what do you think they have?
They have
Still have Barrage.
Nano.
Oh, well.
Nano, Deadeye, Barrage, Velk.
Mercy.
Probably
Mercy.
coming up on a Shatter, like 60, 70 on Bongo.
No, they just used Bongo that fight, so no, I don't
They
think
used Bongo at the beginning of the fight and she's on fire.
Nice.
No res.
Recharging shield, recharging shield, recharging shield.
Or half.
I'm gonna try to go for a shatter if you want to DM me. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Alright. So, one thing I really like about this, you guys are taking an awesome defensive position against a... Yeah, I know, over here. You're taking an awesome defensive position against a team that's abusing space with the double shield and Pharah. You're creating a choke point, which is extremely useful because the only thing the enemy team can do is either dive your team somehow or keep repositioning through the doorways, and at that point you can just collapse on them. The only thing I don't like already, I mean, even Ender here, that's okay. Even if he's like back here, that's fine. The only thing I don't like is Shadow being right here for some reason, in front of their Reinhardt with Shatter, who knows that your team haven't used their ults in a while. Mercy had to reposition to get out of sight, but now the Mercy's out of position, and this is kind of how these fights get clustered, because your tanks seem to be backing and giving space a little bit. Your DPS are trying to set up aggressively, and the healers are split between trying to stay between them so they don't die. But I already don't like the look at this. I'm hoping at least a couple ults get thrown, not everything, and then the enemy team just barrages and you lose.
Yeah, there's definitely not like 7 ults that get used in this fight.
Oh no.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Is this my my spider sense tingling already?
I think I'm gonna take a guess up here of what we use.
Alright,
I think it was something like that.
just so we can check that off the list. Alright, let's see this.
Wait, they use gold?
I'm calling everything but bomb.
Okay, nice reposition.
They still haven't used Barrage yet.
Ender's... Okay, Ender's playing it safe. I like
Far's
it.
main.
Dead.
I like that quick reposition. Holy shit, they gave up all their space. Why? Is it just because Pharah died?
They're scared.
No, she died later.
Because we started walking.
Yeah, like what?
They're
Excuse
like,
me?
oh wait, never mind.
Can I play this back?
I think they were still waiting on one regroup.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, their Ana probably called them back. Yeah. Okay, I see. They were probably telling him that he can't go around that corner.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. I was like, holy shit, you guys took 2 steps and they just got like, yeah. All right.
Well, there's only 2 of them there anyway. It's just the tanks.
They still have
Yeah, it's just the tanks.
Alright, Far's main.
McCree is brain dead.
Dead.
Nice, nice, nice,
Go.
nice.
No,
Give us, give us.
They're resing, they're resing, they're resing.
I'm gonna hide in with the push. I'm gonna hide in with the push.
Alright, they're pushing.
Okay, we have 6
I'm
ults.
going, I'm going.
There's one.
I got
Okay,
that.
let's save bombs.
Okay. All right. What? Oh, there's Tomo. Okay. All right. What? All right. The comms went a little bit quiet in terms of important callouts for this. All the enemy team did was dip out and dip back after a res, and somehow the Ender ulted early. I think he was looking for a quick kill on the Mercy or Pharah, but didn't have a good enough angle. Everybody's rotating back, but at the same time, our tank is here because they understand the threat of the McCree, but Tomo is way over here, and our team is currently sectioned off.
That sneak shatter.
Question. I want my extension. Did Tomo just get his ult, or is he activating it right now? Because the icon looks like it's doing something.
That is an activation because I can see the shatter icon. So he is trying to go for a shatter. I think Tomo sees an opportunity here where all he has to do is get past this and he has full line of sight for a shatter. But
yeah, but the shield's gonna block because it acts. I hate the bubble because it acts like a.
Actually, he's
bubble
far enough
shot.
ahead. He might get past the shield.
No, it doesn't because it acts like a Winston bubble to shatters. Even
So
if you're inside of it, it won't go past it.
sometimes with shatter, you can get lucky and your hammer will swing through, and because it Earth Shatter goes in a cone, you might get this. But Earth Shatter is one of the buggiest. Alright, thanks for the spoiler. Earth Shatter is one of the buggiest ultimates in the game. I think they've reworked it like 2 or 3 times now, and it still doesn't work properly in certain instances. What? Oh, their Rhine counter shattered.
Yeah, their Rhine was shattering as well and hit it first.
Okay.
Interesting.
Alright.
So we're now we're what, 6 ults into the fight between the two teams?
Yeah, this is an interesting, like, So breaking this engagement down, this comes down to a billion things, but I'll try to boil it down to the most simple thing that I can. Your main tank got split. We have a second tank that decided not to abandon them, but the team somehow decided to back all the way out of that fight. And I get that there was the threat of the McCree, but when you have fights like this, you identify the McCree and you say, okay, D.Va, get in his face. Or you say, Reinhardt, your shield needs to be blocking that McCree ultimate, which can pick anybody that's not behind a shield or D.Va Matrix. And I'm not hearing that in these comms. I'm hearing more reactionary comms, which, you know, it might not feel like your game sense is like is missing something when you're just trying to react to all these ultimates going out. But what you want to do, like, if you want to win games against players, especially like tournament players who have been, like, you know, practicing a lot and their SR doesn't seem to mean much to them, you really want to have just slight rules of thumb for engagements. McCree ult goes out, call the tanks back, you know, call D.Va. D.Va is like your deleter of ultimates, like everything. And I didn't hear a call to really move back, so, and nobody's calling ultimates either. All right, hungry little slut. All right. Oh god. 3.5 minutes. Whoa. Right. Okay. I wasn't here for this. Was this fight decided as a loss? Like, with all these deaths going out, or? 'Cause I can't tell.
Oh shit, I'm asleep. Sleep. Yeah, save those ults, save those ults.
Hanzo's left you. Shadow.
That point,
We need to regroup, that point.
McCree on the left, McCree on the left.
You wanna stall?
No.
Oh yeah, I was calling Shadow.
Alright, I can fire an ult on point. But then I'm swapping mid.
Crystal's
late.
left, Crystal's left.
What do they have? They have Bongo Shatter.
What's up?
I'm bombing.
No,
Do you have the link for it?
Where is it?
In VOD.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Cold. You really just sat that bomb down on cart, huh?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Holy crap.
I have to open up Chrome again.
I've been using Opera GX.
What have we been watching?
Chrome. We are
Last
watching
night.
Rialto.
No.
Yeah, last night.
Was I in on Rialto?
Yes.
Yes, because last night I wasn't there.
I wasn't in on Route 6.
Thanks, we tried.
What happened?
Well, what happened was you guys are losing a 7v5.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, that's fair.
The enemy team's Reinhardt is apparently yours.
He's a spy.
Yeah, he is a spy. He's gonna turn around.
Well, actually, are you winning? Because you're yellow. And yellow's winning.
He's a yellow belly. All
Oh,
right.
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know
Yellow's-
what you're talking about. Yellow's winning over here right now.
We are winning. We're making them play our game.
When you guys have matches like this, so I'm obviously
Oh, this is from Post.
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
wondering why KL, Dragoon, Consume, Asmus, and Negos.
Yeah, you don't see the Nerfia Esto? Alright. So so when you guys get in fights like this, who do you look for the shot calling? When you look at these six
Post.
people?
Shadow.
Post.
Shadow.
It's Shadow.
Okay.
It's
Well,
your main
probably-
tank.
It's
Probably not
100%
this one.
Shadow.
I don't think we
Should be
could hear.
maintained.
It's either main tank or DPS.
It's usually main tank.
Yeah, but
It's supposed to be main tank.
it is, but
Alright.
main tank is quiet and DPS is a low target.
Alright, so it depends. So the thing that's important, yes, I know. So your shot callers. So everybody here is technically a shot caller. You guys are all in the fight. You all focus on different things. The only difference is that DPS should not be shot calling as often unless they have a plan to, or they have like an optimal position to make a pick. If Tracer has Pulse Bomb and they see that you have like a Graviton, you want your Tracer to call that because the Tracer will be the one who's setting up, and all the Zarya has to do is just help them follow up with that kind of black hole combo. So they're like your tertiary shot callers. Your primary shot callers are gonna alternate between your main tank and your main healer, and your engagement shot calling is gonna be between your secondary healer and your second tank. Well, you know what I mean. There we go. Fixed. Yeah. Now, all right. See, now you guys can see the fight clearly. So yeah, you do have healers and tanks for shot calling. DPS should only shot call if they have an ultimate and voice comms are clear and people are paying attention. I can't stand it when there's shot calling like everybody's trying to call at once because everybody's got their own thing going on, and that's usually when the enemy team has just like sectioned you guys off and they've got like, you know, there's just 3 minutes left on a full payload map.
Come on.
Oh no,
First he's right.
Oh,
first he's
hey, I
right.
got a kill. Let's go.
One, done.
Alright, I'm swapping.
Far, no.
On and asleep.
Promise now we don't have anybody to take care of Farah.
I'm on,
They don't have. Oh, they do have fair.
Bar is really easy to hit here.
She's main.
I almost blocked his shatter here. It's fine, I remember.
I think you blocked a lot of shatters.
Push us.
No, I almost blocked this one, but I was second to like watch.
On a dead.
More dead.
Okay, push. On the wrist.
I'm on the McCree.
It wasn't this one.
Run.
Nice.
You have no flash.
Yeah, I
No, back up, wait, back up. That's a kill
Wait.
zone right there.
Wait. So all right, that was a really good fight. My only question is what Post? Why are you hiding in this corner?
Post isn't. Oh, for video.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like in the game. I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
Post
no.
isn't in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Post isn't in the game. Why are you cowering in a corner? I can like.
It's his natural instinct.
It gives dynamic.
I was gonna say that really shows us the difference between main tank players who always have the camera like over the choke and the healers that have the camera from like the way back of the fight. Right.
There, as Rad told us. What the hell was that?
DJ De Hugar Overwatch. Comenzo Hugar
I'm
Overwatch.
spamming. They're way back behind the choke. I'm fine.
Damn. I don't want you dying, baby.
All right. Wait a minute.
It's cute.
All right, this is adorable. Happy Valentine's Day early. So, like, all right. So you see this enemy team? I don't think their Pharah has like used barrage more than
No,
once.
she hasn't.
No, she's only used it once.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I've only heard the barrage once. I don't know what they're holding it for.
I don't think she ever uses it, to be honest. After this.
Maybe they should have dropped that Pharah way earlier because now their Pharah is just like a waste. But
I think they use it once.
yeah. So when oh. Yep. Alright, so when you see the enemy team about to engage, what are you gonna focus on, right? Like you guys don't have ultimates, but you're really close to beat. You're pretty close to a Batista ult, and those are useful. Shadow can stall hardcore, and you can get your Mei ult. D.Va can kind of stall a little bit, but they're running double shields, so it doesn't matter if you bomb. And the Widow is confusing, but I see why it's picked. So you've got a minute and a half left. You guys just knocked a minute and a half out just by forcing all their heal ults, but
I want to see where I almost stopped the round.
There doesn't seem to be a plan.
I was so close.
Watch the left, watch the left.
So I walled him up,
would've
but
been
it was
nice.
a second too late.
Alright.
I was very upset.
Alright, well, so today we get Roomba vision. I'm gonna draw a Roomba with a camera on
Dude,
it.
why aren't you up in the air post? Like, what are you doing?
Dude, he's Metal Gear Soliding this. Leave him alone. Alright, so...
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, he's sick, dude. Yeah, he's sick, so he's on the floor like Jason Derulo or whatever. Yeah. No, I'm just teasing you. No. Alright. So, we got Roomba vision for this last one. It's okay. I can already tell what's going on though. What is going on with this again?
Hello, Widow.
I would.
Why is the Widow so far away from the team again?
Let's get that flank.
How do you
Well,
draw-
I don't know. He's not here, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll mention this again, but healers, tanks, other DPS, please feel free to wrangle your DPS if you feel like they're extremely out of position, because that's suboptimal.
I just want to remark once again, I was a split second from blocking a range shatter.
I did see that, although
I got the wall off before I went down.
yeah, you were like over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sweeping.
McCree is ulting with nothing looking at him. Shadow died trying to block, but I don't know where Tomo is in this engagement.
He was dead. He's just coming out of spawn.
Oh, so he put a shield down, died, and then okay, I see.
Well, he's right there right now.
I got debagged.
I'm on the McCree on the right. I'm slept.
Shadow got high noon while lying on the ground.
Alright.
Mine are beat on me.
Okay, so somebody called McCree, and there's actually a nuclear explosion going on over here.
Look at that Ryan.
I don't know what he's
What
doing.
great shielding.
He's
Yeah,
blocking so much damage.
Yeah, dude, look, everybody look at this Ryan. Okay? Look how much that's blocking. Like, do you see this? This man is working very hard. Now, his cone of vision is actually facing this way. And I think, like, right where the end of his shatter is about here. But you can tickle him with damage from behind.
He's not blocking anything.
There he is.
What is he blocking? Tell me.
I don't know, he's just giving me
Hey,
like
but
some strong dick.
see, you don't know. His vision could be facing that way,
He's blocking.
and he could just be ready to drop shield and go this way.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they're Reinhardt. Maybe what's
He was going for the.
Brig? Who is this over here? Who's on
Wait,
the
what?
payload? Who's contesting? Oh, it's. Oh, wait.
Look
Is
up
it
that.
Pharah?
Look up. No.
That's
no. Look
Pharah.
up one. It's a Winston.
That's the Winston. Yeah, he just jumped in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, so all right. I see what's going on.
Colors are inverted. This is us. That is
So
them.
who's the green?
That is Arissa.
Oh, so the green that's on the enemy team is actually you guys. I see. Okay. That. All right, I get it. I get it.
So Post needs
That's
to
what
switch
we
up
said.
his color scheme.
Oh, it's all right. I get it now.
No.
So this is, but this
The
is
spectator mode needs to switch its color scheme.
Yeah, spectator's broken.
This is interesting to me though. So there was all right. This is Bukaki already. So there was a call for the McCree. No follow up, and was that a healer that went into the McCree?
Why the fuck are you drawing a humpback whale? What the hell?
Did
happening?
I don't know. I'm trying to break down this fight. Did the one person on your team just walk into a flashbang with their ultimate?
No. No. I died over here.
Awake is trying to distract her for one.
Who died here?
Yeah,
In the
there's-
middle of the nuclear explosion.
Is that cold over there? Who's in the corner?
No, I died right here.
I got hammered down.
All right, guys.
Reinhardt
Name.
Pete, see, look, I am right here.
All right, so that's
Going
awake
Going
Alright,
that
see this?
way.
toward
Okay.
the nano boosted Reinhardt. I get
Yes.
Okay.
That's safer.
He's Lucio. Oh,
Okay.
See, look, I'm going this way too, facing
Alright.
that way.
All right.
It wasn't me.
So Froggy
Actually,
Man goes
it
back.
was. It was. Somebody called McCree 1, and I jumped on the McCree, and I know who called it.
Okay.
Somebody called McCree 1, so I went on the McCree like the good.
I did not say
player I am.
one.
Okay.
It's
I
in
said
the
McCree
bottom.
He
right.
has full health, as you can
Yeah,
tell.
he did
Yeah,
say.
he is full health.
I heard the call out. That's why I mentioned it. Somebody said McCree right, and then that's why I was like, why did Lucio?
He's just like, I got it.
This. All right.
I'm
That's why
a
the
good-
Reinhardt.
I'm a good
That's why the
teammate.
Reinhardt's confused. The Reinhardt was like, wait, is this a distraction? Really?
I'm a good teammate, and I listen to the callouts of my team.
All right. Okay. All
No
right.
matter how bad they are.
I'm only taking this one moment. I'm only gonna take this one moment because we all know we all make mistakes, but like when your ultimate, your only ultimate is here, and all McCree has to do is press E
And right click.
R M B.
What the fuck is RMB?
Right mouse button.
Yeah, it's right. It's
You
right.
guys
mouse.
use the right mouse button?
Yeah, for right click.
Someone ban him?
I put it on number 2.
Oh, I see.
Uh,
And I put my E is on my mouse, my shift is on my mouse.
Mouse 2 is
What
right
do you
click.
use for like WAS? Do you
Wait,
use, like,
hold on. You
Windows-
said
So-
mouse 2 is right click.
Yeah, RMB.
No,
is
no, not mouse 2, number 2.
Oh, number 2. Okay.
Numpad 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
he's got-
not
oh, he
numpad,
has like
the
a
one
numpad.
above.
No,
Alright,
Numpad
alright.
2.
So, anyways, getting distracted. If you're playing secondary healer, the only focus that you should have is on protecting the team and building your ult as fast as possible, not
I'm-
trying to take 1v1s.
I am a bloodthirsty Reddit Lucio, thank you.
So
Alright,
stop
well-
Redditing.
People say I throw.
Yeah, so Reddit Lucio. Okay, so I'll tell you the reason why Reddit Lucio exists is because Smurfs from high tier who play Lucio will go into low tier where people who don't know how to shoot at anything that moves will walk into like McCree players who have the world's worst aim and just boop them off the map and teabag them, and then it turns into like, you know, a montage.
Do you know,
with 30
you're
gallons.
literally describing exactly what happens on our attack.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna watch the enemy team
Yeah,
also
'cause-
struggle.
Cool.
Actually, it might be our second defense,
So,
Alright.
if we did that.
So, that's the one thing I have to just make sure you do is awake. I know you like being aggressive and everything, but when you're playing in a team environment, a little bit more on Lucio, you have to try to be more with your team. It's just the way it goes. Like unless you guys are moving forward with your speed burst as a unit, you're very important, especially with that B. So always that's one thing that I wanted to criticize you more on the attack later, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, so I noticed this in other scrims. But my biggest issue is when people they know the hero, they know their role, but they kind of get distracted and drawn into a fight somehow that they shouldn't be taking. Like if you're a healer, you should everybody should do risk assessment. But if the enemy team has a nanoed Reinhardt, like that's just wearing off, they have barrage. They just threw in Deadeye for some reason, and
they use 2 solo ults on me.
Yeah, and they're still pushing the payload. There's only one person over here who can contest it. Your team is all over here in front of the Reinhardt, and your Lucio has separated himself. God bless him. But what happens is Lucio dies with the only ultimate on his team.
Not true.
Yeah. True.
98.
I see this little glowing orb right here.
98.
So technically, only person with ultimate. See, you are also the only person who just walked into a damage boosted Pharah.
I listen to McCree right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you go after him.
It doesn't make it any better. He still deletes you.
You're not a DPS.
When somebody's playing dive and somebody says McCree right.
McCree left.
But that's the point, though.
I'm gonna beat. Come back up window.
Almost score shot.
I'm on the run. Flash on it.
Mercy's marking.
We need a target.
We need target.
There's where she used it. That's her only brush.
Yeah.
You're right.
We're dead. Sorry. Mercy 1, Mercy half, Mercy.
Damning you.
Mercy dead.
I'd like to point out I just successfully 1v1 this Ana out here for a while.
Push it.
No, what do they have?
Anna's
over here on the right, all alone with me.
By the way, it's not a DPS that can destroy you.
Dang, yeah.
Okay. So
You're whooping her ass.
I'm okay with this, except for the fact that this Ana has been out here for like 8 minutes and she's not dead.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was just stalling. I wasn't killing her. I just kept booping her around.
Here we come.
Yeah, and then these guys come in and we all get the stagger kill.
Well, you have to show me your impressive Lucio Reddit skills if you make a 1v1, because if somebody's standing here and all you do is this and occasionally like right click them, she's eventually just gonna hit you with a sleep dart.
Yeah, she missed 2 sleep darts.
All right, well this Ana, hold on. Oh, there's no brown. I can't draw doo-doo. All right.
I don't think she hit a nade either.
Yeah.
No.
Damn you.
I
Wait.
mean, to be fair, there seems to be like an entire like jazz orchestra going after this woman with Parkinson's disease.
I mean, it is very reminiscent of something that I've seen on Dorado before.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, what is with you guys in Ana? Like, what? Why do you guys send the cavalry after Ana? Literally every time there is an Ana that is out of position, you guys are like, right, there's 12 seconds on the clock. The enemy team is getting ready for their last fight, and the one thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna clutch this bitch. Yeah, I'm sure you guys throttled her. Please don't tell me we committed an ultimate for this Ana. That's all.
We just let her out. Yeah, no, we definitely use that.
Alright.
See, I killed her.
Alright.
Headshot.
What the hell was that voice line?
She sounded very naughty.
Okay, somebody skip ahead now.
Alright, yeah. Why is the enemy team like... What's wrong with their brains?
They dumb.
They didn't
Well,
even...
I killed the Rhine and the Pharah.
Yeah, but why didn't they forego any of their ultimates and be like, well, maybe Orisa's not going to be useful in the final fight. Maybe we just get, like, Hammond so we can swing in and take the point.
They're not very smart.
The enemy team is... Oh, no.
Flat.
Let's see where this goes.
Not too well.
Why is it going?
Oh
to night market?
no! It does. You just go with it. Keep going. They swap maps instead of letting us attack, and then they put us back.
Yeah, they're like, whoops.
For your plants.
What? Wait, what?
They're like, yep, nope.
I don't know how to host.
Fuck defending.
They did really well on defense, and we did really shitty.
We did.
We're gonna run.
Alright, so same thing, guys. Think about counter-attacks, counter-engagement based on what else they have. How you
Post
counter
eat
them,
your shit out of Spanish.
to your advantage. Make sure to call positioning and stuff like that.
That's
so you have
racist.
Staggers, so keep doing that, right?
Not necessarily. It's it's
I
linguistics.
understand the
Cool,
game
I
in
say-
Spanish faster.
I say we
than
run
English,
Ren
sorry.
Zarya.
Alright,
Yeah,
fair.
that makes
We're gonna
sense.
want a brawl comp. We're gonna go around the right.
Ender,
How do you shit Spanish?
Raw comp?
Yes.
Ender, if you want to play May,
Le Pupliano.
Sure, I'll play, man.
If you're a better Reaper, you can
I don't speak Spanish.
I get a fat ass stun here, by the way.
basically a Reaper main.
So we go this way, and I just get a fat ass stun, and somehow we still fuck up the fight. I think.
What is their team composition? Why do they do this?
That's like kind of meta.
Oh wait, you know what?
That is meta, pretty much. You might put a diva here, but that is meta.
Actually, okay, so meta aside, can anybody look at their team, look at this map, and tell me what use are you gonna get out of more than like 2 of those ultimates in an actual engagement and not just like, you know, spamming in the mid fight? Okay, so their Orisa barely knew how to use her ultimate. I would tell her to get off. Their Reinhardt is out of position a lot.
Yeah, he pushes hard.
These healers have wasted their ultimates in like every fight at the same time, which means there's no synergy and no communication. And their DPS is okay, but this Squirrel Bend person, I'm pretty sure when we get to the Route 66 game, I teabagged him by accident.
Sure, it was
I got-
accident.
I got a little bit hyped up on coffee when I played, so
Okay, can we keep going? I have stuff to study for tonight.
yeah, of course, dude. Let's get past this. For the love of God, skip.
Just try to stun him away.
Also,
You should be able to kill him.
I'm recording this VOD, so you need to leave the
Full right.
put the VOD up later.
There's just one small
Here he
problem.
comes.
Got it.
Bam. And this is where everything goes to
And
shit.
then we just lose.
Oh,
He fucked it up. He fucked it up.
No,
Nobody pushed into the people like I did.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, we're a little bit behind, so you guys are running Brawl Comp, so it is okay to just
Why didn't we get the
rush
wall
that.
off fast?
push the right, push the right.
Don't know. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, their tank had time to reposition. Tomo's frozen. Gotcha. All right, that's like a full choke
So
point.
the wall comes out here.
Yeah, their team's just gonna. They just take that choke. That's a free choke.
May down, on into sleep. Run. Up, W.
And then we don't push
May down,
the
on into sleep. Run. Up, W.
Nobody pushed
I did,
No,
and then
it
I
was
regret.
very upsetting. I watched that fight because I was
let's
dead
just-
and I was very upset at the fact that nobody pushed him.
To be fair, that was a lost fight when you lost Shadow and Ryan.
But they weren't getting out, so...
But I mean,
It
even
is
at the
true.
point we lost Shadow, it was still a 5v5.
It was,
My
but
camera's still moving.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, my camera kept moving while this was paused.
that's funny.
And I had no control over it, just kept spinning around in circles.
So, guys, one of the things you gotta think about too is right now they have a McCree, so they have longer sight lines than you. So you have to be.
I can run
Since
this.
you guys are not running the Lucio, you guys gotta think about how hardest you want to.
I might swap him.
I'm gonna bulb you in 2 seconds. Bulb you.
I'm watching Boot go.
Wait, what?
I got the boot, but
Dang, McCree sounds so smooth.
Whenever you do that, it boosts your momentum. It's big rip. Bye.
Okay.
All right.
Pretty low. Oh, he's still fine.
So-
Can you go deep?
Post is right.
Yeah,
they
you do need
they
to
do
do
have
that.
better
We have
sightlines than
two
you guys, but you guys have you have better momentum in your composition.
They
All you have to do
probably
is
are
get
coming
into
up
their
on
team.
male, and which we can't do. Scatter.
Right.
Watch loop, watch loop.
'Cause you have to take advantage of just your team's mobility.
Last
That speed
What's
boost.
that? DMing you? DMing you?
Got him.
I got booped off twice.
There's counter boops over here.
We still spawn, we're fine. See one, too low.
What is their Rhine
Front
doing?
left.
What?
Well,
Why?
Whoops.
Big question mark.
Oh, I'm blind.
Because he just got it as soon as he used it, because he used it at the beginning of the fight to show off.
Run. Focus run.
Yeah, but you guys spawn right here.
Damn
There's
it,
no
damn it,
point in doing that.
I can rally.
I boosted.
This is
Nah, I'm
suicide
looking
on their
for
part.
this. Let's do 3, 2, 1.
Speed of
Right?
Lucio left.
Nice.
you didn't get anybody.
No gold,
I
no
give
wall.
that 3 check marks. I like
Lucio
that.
goes behind.
Lucio's behind still.
Walls up.
Nice.
This is a good push so far. Although,
Big. Call. Run.
Drop more.
That was terrible. Oh my god.
that's right. There's a nano boosted Rhine that is in the back line.
Let's reset.
Do we mirror this comp or
Yeah, we should mirror.
cold? You know what that means.
Speeding.
Let's go aggressive.
Watch loop. Watch loop.
I'm pulling.
On Lucio.
Go.
Or reset. Or may.
Run up.
Arista chase again.
I'm pulling the Orisa.
Got it.
Never mind. He's dead.
Jesus, Bryn, calm down.
All we need to do is mirror.
That was really good.
Alright, friends, what do you think they have?
They probably have high noon again.
Good space.
They haven't used Blizzard, so they have Blizzard.
Back.
Oh god.
I'm pulling.
No gold, help,
Oh my god. Spanish May is awful.
Lucio one.
I love it. I love Spanish May.
She sounds like she's like trying to be sexy.
No flash.
Where's
Where's the left?
Oh fuck. Alright. How long is this map? Like, is this capped? Oh no.
I don't remember.
No, it is not.
No, we lost.
I could say yes. Yes, it is. Just skip anyways, though.
Does anybody have any questions about this? Because I have some.
What
I do have
should
some
we have done?
comments. So, in fights
Play
like this,
better.
well,
Oh, thanks.
here's the problem. You guys play extremely well, but the only problem that I notice is there's huge lapses in communication, and voice comms aren't used for like anything that's gonna help you in the fight. So let's back this up. How does this happen, right? They don't have much, and you guys don't have much. You do have maybe a May ult coming. Let's watch this play out, because this always confuses me how teams lose past the bridge. You have a free choke right here. Maybe position the Orisa a little bit more aggressively,
Okay.
just so it's extra damage. Just thinking ahead, because if the enemy team is like giving up and running away, it's fine to stand there. But they're not. They're getting ready for another engagement over here. You want to at least give the impression with your barrier that your front line is prepared to take that fight on the bridge rather than like way back here. Because remember, Orisa pulls teams like off the bridge.
Yeah.
So where did
haven't
they
used Blizzard,
engage?
so they have Blizzard.
Back.
Okay. He's up here. I see that now. Okay.
I was
Where's
where I knew McCree was somewhere around here. I didn't want him to high noon because I didn't know if he had it or not.
No, it's fine. I don't think he's doing that much. I'm not worried about the McCree so much as I'm worried about the Mei. There is no counter ult, however, I still highly recommend as a tank. One of the things that you can do to prevent these kinds of like pushes is you make as much, like when you play a tank, you want to make as much space as possible by existing. Send Tomo out there, say Tomo, and
just a question. So
yeah,
so Orisa has fortified, right? Wouldn't it have been better to send kind of like the Orisa forward, knowing that they have the Mayo, so that way she could just fortify, eat some of the damage, the team's able to kind of support her, she's able to live a little longer?
So with Orisa, a lot of the time you want to be able to manage your abilities rather than blow them. I can understand why you wouldn't want to like be at the forefront of the fight if you feel like you're more. This is the problem I have with these double shield comps, is the Orisa tends to play more passively than aggressively because they have a Reinhardt, which, you know, makes sense in theory. However, there are instances where you do want to be more aggressive. I wouldn't necessarily recommend sending the Orisa into the enemy team, as all they have to do is pop a wall. Or, you know, their Orisa just pops a counter shield in front of you, and they just start wailing on you, and you're walled off from your team. Like that's how quick you die. And then they don't even need to use the ult. They can do that after. I really recommend, like, when you guys have these fights, does everybody feel comfortable communicating with at least like one other person for a push? Because this is the thing about team play. It's not ladder, so if you tell somebody to move somewhere, they're not gonna, you know, scream at you. If you tell them to move somewhere, say, you know, reposition the tanks toward the bridge, not on the payload, you know, that's kind of like a little, you're trying to scoot them forward. So you give up space rather than taking it.
Oh god.
I'm pulling.
You got rid of my beautiful drawing.
Alright, yeah. Okay, so that is GG right there. The enemy team made it across the bridge, taking no damage. Oops, sorry. Taking not much damage. Mei is Mei. Ana's fine. Lucio's fine. And their main tanks have taken absolutely nothing, because they're just kind of chilling around this area. So their Mei got the ult off. That was their win condition, is getting the Mei ult on the payload in that choke, which is impossible to hold if there's a Mei ult. That's called a win condition. That's alright. They're dancing over here.
Might be like dancing.
Semi's teabagging's okay.
Sure.
Down point.
Lucio one, can I get some? Ah!
No flash.
McCree behind.
McCree.
McCree.
Run man.
Alright, hold on. Okay, you guys are still in an okay position. Like, it's not optimal. Oh, but we lost Ender in the fight. Okay. Oh yeah, it's always the people that are like closest to their ults. That sucks. Alright.
They do it on purpose.
They do it on purpose. Yeah, that's just to feel bad. Yeah. Desenfula.
Switch.
Alright.
That was my bad.
I mean, a lot of it was just like they have better sightlines than you and more shields. So you guys had to play a little more aggressive, and you guys didn't have like a plan.
I wonder why.
So yeah.
Let's change that to hours.
Okay, you guys playing this map, like this next map, and then after this next map, I'm putting
Alright.
in let's go to.
Oh.
So I want to like.
Is this?
Did you watch Lee Chang yet?
I
Half
think
a
I
second.
came in.
So,
Like-
Ana, Lucio, Chuck. you
How
wanna
does
run
this
the
map
junk?
go?
This map goes in our favor.
It goes actually.
No.
It might actually be well. You can.
Hook is pretty squiggly. Stop, please.
Does anybody have any questions about this 2CP map?
No. What I really have questions about is that Nepal map we played a couple nights ago. Yeah.
I do have the footage for that.
I would like to see the footage for that one.
So that is... You're referring to the one where you basically just went full Matrix on the enemy team?
Yes.
Yeah. I actually have a really good angle of that.
Well, yeah, I want to watch that.
It'll take me a little...
I dodged getting knocked off the map, blocked a Rhine Shatter, and blocked a Rhine Charge all in the span of about 10 seconds.
I think you should still watch this just because we're still doing tryouts and you gotta kind of like understand how these people are playing.
I think
You could watch them. You could watch that map.
I spectated them for a map.
Calm down, calm down. So, if you want to do the 2CP map, that's fine.
I do a lot of damage on shit.
Well, why don't we choose a map that has the other tryout in it instead of... You want to go, Diva?
No,
Yeah, no.
I said it
Oh,
best.
we got a
I said it
widow.
best.
Which one?
Which
one?
Scared I won't be able to aim after the charge change.
Do we want to?
Good.
Yeah, it's the next one. Just so you know, we full held
It was
them.
hardly a
on
charge
first
change, though, wasn't it? It was like...
Yeah, we
very,
full
very
held them
minor.
on this map.
It's
No, yeah, it makes a lot of difference when you're Widow, though.
Yeah, this is my first time playing with it.
We full held them here. So.
It sucks. I've already played with it. It sucks.
I spent my grapple, so can you be ready to DM?
I'm here, guys. I got some stuff to do. I'll see you guys later.
Wait, no. Sorry.
I'm only gonna
Have a
stay
tracer.
for one more map after this because.
They have a Diva,
Me
Ryan.
and Ana and John.
Ground boy.
Let's be ready to...
Goodbye.
They have a Genji. They're going to Cyber Dive.
I'm exhausted. Except for they don't have a Sombra. That makes it not Cyber Dive.
Goddamn.
I think they had one at the start and they just swapped it for the junk.
Are you guys gonna
Or no,
be,
sorry.
available like in 20-30 minutes before the scrimmage tomorrow?
Probably.
I might.
Okay.
Maybe. Wait, scrimmage tomorrow's Friday. Oh yeah, me and Dreamer can't make it scrimmage Saturday.
But you can make Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Friday isn't scrim, it's a game, isn't it?
No, we got.
Oh, right, we're not in the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Nim sent me a very-
We might be able to make it at a Rose League if professional teabagger over here did get banned.
I think you can actually talk to them about that.
I think just put me in it. If they don't say anything, they don't say anything.
Honestly, I think
Well,
that's the
you don't-
best idea too.
I mean, we could try, but I'll read up about their disqualifiers first.
Okay, maybe we'll talk to them. I don't know. But can we please go watch that Nepal map now?
We're gonna watch the Nepal. Let's watch the Nepal map like before you guys play tomorrow. At least you can get yourself.
They're going up.
Okay.
They're going up.
Tonight is the night you want to
Oh,
get
they're just
depressed
gonna pull
watching
them.
your own gameplay.
Back up,
Tomorrow,
back up.
I want you to get
Just
pumped up.
This
for
map we full
Just
held
jump.
on.
Lucio.
Shadow got
Monkey, no
dove,
jump.
but they failed because their
Monkey on point,
monkey
no jump.
sucked. Yeah.
Damn it.
He's hitting me in the back, they don't have heals.
Diva top left.
I'm with
He's
you.
healing me in the back. Okay, well.
Get fucked. I need healing.
Healing.
Behind like the Mega right now, he's main right now.
Lucio dead.
Nice.
Jesus.
Did I
She's
just
going top
teabag their
left.
Genji? I teabagged
You
something.
okay up there, Cold?
Yeah, I'm fine.
No, I think I was trying
Yeah,
to
at least
dodge
that.
something. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lose it. Cause I left.
Not with Bryn pocketing your ass.
I know, I love it. Trish is still behind.
Genji above.
Not with the green pocket.
Push this Lucio. Push the Lucio. Push the Lucio. Lucio dead. Lucio dead.
Nice. Let's push him. I'm DMing.
Monkey on me, on point. Monkey half.
On.
On the next.
Diva one.
Monkey dead. Genji.
Genji.
I need healing on point.
Let's go to point. What do they have?
They're They're gonna be coming up on.
They-
Okay, question: why is Ender using
They went-
abilities? They went.
No, they
Easy
went Doom
Doing.
instead of Tracer.
They have
Why did Ender like pop all, They're every gonna have, single one they're of his gonna come up on abilities? Blade soon.
They have,
Nanoblade.
I believe they have
Show
Nanoblade
off.
now.
I'm pretty sure they have everything that's not Doom.
Monkey,
Why
no bubble,
why
monkey, no
didn't
bubble.
we?
Someone's
Diva,
trapped.
Diva.
Diva 1.
I have Nano.
Diva D Max.
Oh, Brand spoke.
I heard Bryn there for the first time ever.
Nano.
I have to take a pause from drinking
She's
my caffeine.
She's taken. She's talked a couple times. You guys just. I think your voices overpower her.
Yeah, she's a little quiet, but like, Bryn does extremely well.
Brand spoke.
Bryn's
She's
aim was
nice.
actually, dude,
Brand graced us
Bryn's
with her
actually-
presence.
her aim is actually really good, and her positioning is phenomenal. Like, I like that. That's like diamond to masters level of Ana positioning. Knowing where you're supposed to be in the fight rather than, you know,
That's the
wandering
wrong
into it.
Ana. That's
Oh, is
that
it?
Ana. Yes.
where's your Ana?
That's the right Anna. That's us.
Yeah.
Just remember the colors
Oh,
are.
hold on. What the fuck?
The colors
Yeah,
are.
they're inverted. So they're yellow, but their team is blue.
Oh.
Why?
Sorry if this makes more sense.
Although to be fair, I actually do have the exact same color scheme that Post has. The enemy team.
Why?
Well, not like for the teams, because the team thing's messed
Alright,
up.
who the fuck did it?
They have.
It's,
the lobby. They have the lobby.
yeah.
It's their fault.
Yeah, it's they chose the like color ship, but like at the same time, it helps me as well to have the enemy team highlighted in yellow instead of red because I see it better.
Really?
Mine's
So-
magenta.
I've
You have
never
blue
understood
eyes?
that. I
I-
like the red.
I have colorblind assist on my Overwatch as well.
What
So-
color eyes do you have?
Green.
Do you know people with blue eyes have a harder time seeing at night?
Do you also know that you have a harder time seeing if your eyes closed?
Wow.
True that.
So I can kind of see how you guys full hold this. Like what the fuck is going on?
Very uncoordinated.
Yeah, they have a nano monkey on point all alone, and we have 5 people looking at him.
Yeah, like what they're playing dive, but
We
they're
have 6 people looking at him. I'm somewhere around here.
I think
their
you're way
team-
the fuck off over here.
Am I? I don't
Well,
even
you might be way over there.
I might be back. I don't know.
I think Shadow's actually like a little bit back here, but I think he was repositioning because he asked for healing like seconds ago. But
Oh, no.
Chase will, Shadow
he was
always repositions when he gets dived.
yeah,
'Cause
that's
that's, like, the best
that's the
idea.
smart thing to do, especially when your HP is not anywhere near 2/3. But the enemy team has played double shields
I have a healthy respect for Winston.
for like the past 2 maps, and now they're playing dive.
Why are there so many cracks in this wall? And why are they all the same shape?
Oh, those are supposed to be vines.
That's gay.
But the enemy team is doing something that I've seen you guys do, where you guys go from like a composition that's worked to suddenly dive for some reason. And it might help you to see this from a different perspective. But this actually happens to you guys a lot. Where like
We
people
definitely
get,
don't do it on our attack.
people get staggered in the way back during these fights.
Lucio on point. Lucio on point.
Oh my
German-
god.
I brought him down to 1 health.
I think they tried to use the Rhine Orisa on us again, and it didn't work the second time.
I was trying to get Diana to res me.
Be here for.
Yeah, we can be or we can tire for Nanoblade.
Okay. Where are all these callouts suddenly coming from? You guys are calling like 300 IQ plays, but like on
Except for
Rialto.
Ana doesn't have nano.
Yeah, we called
I think someone called it.
Alright,
Someone
no
called
nano.
it.
We
Alright, we'll
called
split
beat,
that
there
in
was
half
no
and call
beat.
We'll call it 100. Alright, well now we're gonna have to call that like 80 IQ.
Well, someone calls that they don't have. They just use
You
Nanoblade.
do realize
I think it was
80
fighting
IQ is
someone
like
else.
a rock.
You guys have nano.
I think.
No,
No,
they,
they
didn't
don't have
have nano.
Yeah, we
Oh
called
yeah, because
that- we
yeah,
called
they had
Nano
nano
Blade.
at the Winston who instantly.
I mean,
got
it's fair that we called Lucio because he's gonna get it this fight,
that is true, but
probably mid fight.
I like these callouts though. Like even if some of them are wrong, you guys are
I correct and say that she does not have nano.
You guys are anticipating the next fight, but like, this is way different from your Rialto match where the comms were just kind of clustered and quiet, and people were out of position silently.
Venom, so they only have Blade.
Just hide.
See, I said it.
We're not quite back. We're almost there.
Yeah, I can try to shatter him, but...
They have Rhines.
They have McCree.
This Genji gets fucked.
They still have
I don't even
Blade,
have to tire.
He's won. He's literally won.
Well, now he's not one. But,
Let's get the Diva.
man, tire sounds
Actually,
fucking
Lucio
weird.
right there.
I killed him.
Nice.
I don't know why I find that funny because that's happened to me more times than not.
He's getting out. So we also only traded 2 for 2 ults.
Alright, I'll if they push us, I'll bomb.
Yeah, last fight, use
Just
ult.
drop
Dude,
it
I
right
destroyed
now.
that Genji. Trying to
Okay,
Blade.
I'm bombing then.
Diva's 1.
This is so funny how like they're out of position all the time.
Lucio,
And they got fucked.
baby diva, baby diva.
No, but
Huge.
Golpe de Meteora!
Gorbe de
I'm a Doomfist player. Oh, not that.
I'm doomed dabba dee bubba.
What? Can anybody tell me what was different about that match from the previous matches?
Oh,
where-
we
They
won.
played dive.
We won.
Alright,
We were
so
calming. We were actually having plans for their ults.
I feel like as the fights progress, if you guys win an
Communicate stuff?
engagement, you guys start to communicate a little bit, like when things work. But when things don't work, rather than trying to the next plan, you guys are like completely silent.
And it's sweet.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet victory.
But you see how when you feel comfortable and you feel confident, these callouts are coming out. You guys are being more restrained with your ults.
Nipple. I want to watch nipple.
Alright, Ender, can you? Let's run Cyber.
Okay, remember, you guys call the cyber. I think we'll do it right pushes here.
Shadow's really tired. We're
Nah.
gonna head out.
Don't get near
Alright.
the door. Just stay back.
If they have a Lucio,
Bye guys. Sorry.
It's alright.
That's fine.
We'll play Nepal before we play tomorrow.
Alright, we will. And
So
I'll watch
everybody
you.
can see that you enter the Matrix.
Alright.
Alright.
And I gotta stop talking.
Yeah, don't die. Just type or something.
Make sure we get ults off.
Yeah, if you guys see a wipe, instantly just instantly reset and stuff like that. You guys, it's all about getting a. Obviously, this the nano blade. It's also the EMP bomb.
You guys are like going for like your doctorate in
They have a jump
Overwatch
strat?
on this
No, that's
match.
Lucio, I think.
So good luck, guys.
Good luck.
we're in.
They have a McCree, Reinhardt.
I'm doing my hormone techniques.
Amigos.
Okay, here we go.
Do we want to run Diva?
They probably have it. Yeah, I'm switching. I'm just looking.
He's a big man.
Yeah, I'm like 8'12".
Oh no.
Hey Sam.
They got.
What do they got? What do they got?
Jamming?
3,
I don't have
2,
DM. Hang on,
1.
Okay, go.
Ready.
Jimmy?
Oh! I'm in Lucio.
Grenade.
I got demected. Let's reset. Let's reset.
We're out.
Remember Kree knew where I was.
Alright. I only have one question. Why do you guys always pick dive?
I don't know.
It rarely works for this team because it doesn't play to a major strength of any kind. And it's not saying anybody's bad, but it's just not your play style for the team. Which is like the second an ability or a placement is messed up, like you guys lose fights like this against a team that was just completely steamrolled. I think I've asked this in VODs before, but like I don't know why your first instinct is dive. I know it works for pros sometimes, and I know it works for people that like think it's the fastest way to the high ground, and it's how you can contest easier. But like, you guys do exceptionally well with the death ball, or double shield or whatever. But like, I could if I have to teach dive, it'll probably be like during an actual practice, rather than just like a VOD review, because the dives are so out of place, and you guys have to practice being together. Because the callouts are starting to get there.
Oh wait, the hook is bad. Wait. McCree's one if you could dive on that.
Yeah, we're all dead.
Nice.
Go around to the
Okay,
left.
let's go. Yeah, left. We'll jump from left.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. I'm diving McCree. Oh, I got booped. Okay, dive the McCree.
McCree's hacked.
Should we have changed targets there?
One
No. On.
The answer to that question is yes. Targets should have been changed. Because
Yeah, because the McCree got way back here. We had already used abilities, and we were only like here.
yeah. So I have a question. Has Tomo ever played second tank for you guys, like the backup tank
The
or
off
whatever it's
tank?
called? Yeah, off. Sorry, I'm forgetting words. Off tank.
Kind of, not really.
Because I've seen Tomo play off tanks, and Tomo shreds on off tanks. But every time he's on main tank, his positioning is always out of place. He's super aggressive. What was that game where he got like 70 elims on Zarya alone?
I
They
think,
were
it's the,
all high charge.
I think it's just the fact that Cold plays off tank, and usually Tomo's filling in for Blinky.
I mean, you guys could probably rotate that, because, I mean, Tomo is... I was gonna say, Tomo's insane at off tank. I was just wondering if you guys, like, swapped that at some point. But I don't know. Let's see. This is
I
a
could play
suggestion.
Winston. I mean,
Well, because if he swaps out for off tank rather than main tank, you guys might have more options for the death ball and dive. But because I mean, I'm mostly asking because I kind of want to see how that would work. Because like he's good at main tank, but like I've seen him absolutely shred on off tank. And when you know, we get like the combo between Blinky and Cold, like the fights just go really well.
On a half.
Where?
In the back.
Left building.
In the room.
Ryan Ante.
I mean, if we want to do a dive, I can go Winston. And you can go Diva.
Let's reset. Done.
D-Mac, aww.
Alright, or vice versa. Like,
Big.
Yeah,
we can push once Lucia's back.
McCree's still not with him. Could maybe spawn camp Sombra.
I can't spawn camp.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Going.
Can we nanoblade?
The McCree just randomly shot.
Damn it.
I died. Wait, no.
Ryan hacked.
Keep me alive.
Right, no.
Do the low.
Alright, change off.
Yeah. I'm just gonna die. Alright. I got a McCree.
Ryan Diva
Alright, so
push left.
It's taken you guys the exact same amount of time that it did for the enemy team to swap to the shields.
And it's fine.
If you want, you could run.
If you want, yeah.
You could run a Mei.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get my spawn out of May.
Oh, let's push.
No, we're not here. We're not all here. It's changing.
Oh, we're not all here?
Junkrat! Above. I need healing.
Wait. I'm on. I got you guys. Alright.
Watch Junk reload. He's gonna be looking for a tire.
Okay, ready? You guys push in, I'm gonna bomb them.
I like
They
this.
have shatter, don't they? Careful shatter.
Good, good. Nice!
Push the right, push the right! Run one, run one, run one!
That was a really good call.
D.Va to mech, D.Va.
I saw the opportunity and I was like, this is it.
That was like a really good call out. Positioning yourself right here when the team's going around and you know that that bomb is gonna trap at least someone, but the fact that it landed so perfectly and hit like everybody trying to hide from it, that was just so good. Like that's the kind of call out that I'm looking for in these fights. Like you don't have the engagement yet and you're just about to walk into them. That's a perfect call out.
Kill baby, kill baby.
Behind the flash.
No, leave it there.
No,
She's on point. We can't cap. Somebody's in our spawn, I think. By the way.
No, I killed him. I killed him. I killed him.
No, we killed. It was McCree.
All right, so again, you guys made a swap, and the first thing that happens when you made your team swap is you just shredded them, and they didn't even use their ults. I know you had a D.Va bomb in there, but like you guys took way more space up the stairs.
Alright, speed.
I'm DMing. Let's get a line of sight. Hang on, I don't have DM.
They're Shatter still, right?
They still have Shatter.
Yeah. Unbeat.
Let's just
back out.
Back up.
I'm gonna go get him.
I'm top from top.
Alright.
Go left.
What's the plan?
Post, that was beautiful camera work.
DMing you.
I have wall.
This is a cinematic experience.
Charge your shield, charge your shield.
Watch out for Shatter.
D.Va's gonna have bomb. D.Va's gonna have bomb. Careful.
Good call on the shatter.
Nice.
Holy Christ. Did these literally just all go out?
Yep.
Yeah, they popped everything.
And we denied it with a DM and a single beat.
No, that was their DM.
Oh shit! Okay, so
also, yeah,
we had a beat.
But that's fine now.
Therefore,
you take that if they're struggling. But holy shit, their team is like, their team is so weird. They play so well sometimes, and then they just have these moments where you can clearly tell there is not like a single bit of communication on their team. They still have Tire, by the way, which they could have used to engage you guys in the first place and get a pick, but they didn't.
This dude saves longer than I save my ults.
Yeah, like he's Junkrat. Like this is confusing. Like their team just clearly has no communication, like whatsoever.
I hate the freeze, or they hate the freeze. I was confused because I had my DM up. It's like, wait a minute.
Ah, it blew up me.
He went for McCree?
What a waste. Let's go on the right. Up and then...
Keep going.
Use Tire, Nano, Hammer, McCree. They might have bomb and they might have beat.
Did they use Nano?
They used...
Yeah, they used Nano on the right.
They used Nano.
So they have beat bomb, and that's it.
Yeah, I think they have beat bomb.
Alright, I like these callouts. Yeah, I know. To be fair though, this got shredded in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
and
you guys used yours at roughly the
same time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you used them at roughly the same time. I didn't even hear the voice line. But I like these callouts. Like I like these callouts a lot. Already the pre-planning.
Hey, calling the fact that we know alts and planning to deal with the alts are two separate things.
Okay, well, let me... One step at a time, at least. Because if you do neither, then the team won't do anything. And that's where a lot of the times you guys fall apart, is when I don't hear either of those. Did it really? Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Let's try to get Shadow and a SWAT to Jedi.
Yeah.
Let's go right side and we'll hold it up on the top right.
Careful.
I don't have any DM, careful.
We can push the junk. Or the Kree.
I got loose.
Nice. Push on the McCree. Push on the McCree.
McCree in the back.
One.
He's in squad. Leave him.
Yeah, I'm
But I mean, look at this though.
look at that.
69. Oh no.
I'm confused. Like, why is this DPS over here doing what they want to do?
Because that's what Shadow does.
No, that's not Shadow.
That's not Shadow.
Chuck.
Oh shit!
Chuck the truck is with us.
Shadow, look at you
I've
doing
actually-
your job.
I've kind of noticed this a couple times with this this player Ender. There's like a couple times where he just goes off without like, there's no signal whatsoever. This is ladder DPS play.
Leave him. Let's go run.
And excuse me, they didn't even look at him. Excuse me.
Me and Ryan are both down. Don't kill.
I'm DMing.
Huge. Protecting.
McCree's back. He's half.
Nice kill.
Oh my god.
Lucio on point.
Lucio, right?
Yeah, it happens.
Crew one.
Just wait till you see how many shatters I miss on Route 66.
Gonna break that.
Yeah, but he legitimately shattered nobody. Nobody was over there.
Well, did you see his shatter?
No. It's lost.
Did you remember the shatter that I accidentally pressed Q like twice?
Yes, I was standing right next to you. I just, actually, I didn't see you do it, but I saw the ground light up from it, and I just looked down, and I look up, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I reposition my hand on my keyboard sometimes, and it seems like Reinhardt is the only one I do that on, because there's no, like, indication that I accidentally hit the wrong key. Alright. So, what did we commit? Oh, Jesus, we lost the mail. Okay. We committed all of that. We pushed them off the point, we forced ults out, and we still didn't get a tick.
Hey, we got that much.
We traded 3 for 3 on
That
ults.
is true. You did get, like... I can't tell how many pixels it is. Well... Meanwhile, their coach also was mentioning he was just gonna AFK.
I think they did that a few times.
So, I can see that fight going a couple different ways when your team took this engagement over here. If you had your Mei, their team probably would have stepped forward and you just would have walled them off. And that would have been a more clean fight. Not necessarily a win, but he was kind of over here. The enemy team decided to kind of back in this corner. Your team walks up here. Ultimates go out a shitload, and people just kind of scattered, taking fights. And there were some kills, there weren't some kills, and again, it was the communication was more who you're killing rather than what you're focusing on. And your team got split. Although it is 2 CP, it is very unfortunate. Yeah, I know, rip the mail.
Want to do the same thing again? You guys push main, and I can just shoot my bomb from the right.
Yeah, we push him that way.
Just pin the Rhine.
I'll try.
Whoever made that call out, you're a god.
Thank you.
Because that's exactly, what was it like, the other day, where there was a Reinhardt that just kept doing that to Tomo?
Yep.
He kept going for the pin the second their diva went out. Like, that is a godly call. That'll get you through, like, Masters.
I'll try.
Target's far right with Lucio. Main's back.
Alright, ready?
I don't think it ever happens, to be
3,
fair.
2, 1, go.
Alright. Oh, that's a good
Whenever
call.
you're ready.
I'm bombing.
Man.
Yeah, he was really late on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tomo's a little bit low on that. I think he heard the last couple seconds of it.
Right.
He did get the kill, though.
DVD max.
Kill baby.
Jump. Focus jump.
McCree's gonna come out right side with bombs.
Oh.
It's 2 CP.
Okay.
We still beat them.
I mean, you guys still beat them. They had like one of the things that you guys did well at one of your initial pushes. You made them.
So that was a win. It was good. But your attack fell apart a lot. I would still. I mean, I'm gonna ask him, but I would like to see at least one scrimmage match, even if it doesn't work. I want to see Tomo on the off tank, because I think he's more. He plays. I only say this because I think he plays more reactively as a player, and he only gets aggressive when he sees like a kill zone where like you can just go pin in and use the shatter and all that. That's the excitement of Reinhardt, but he plays very passively, which is why I think when you guys say you play so well on defense, I think that's kind of why. But I would like to just kind of change that up just to see how a match would go, because everybody plays Rein differently. What? Did you say they've never hosted before?
I don't know if they didn't ever host before, but I think it was more of the case they wanted to practice hosting.
Why are they? Why are we still?
They stop it. They stop it. They're just slow.
Be like high ground and just start farming more and more ult charge as much as possible.
Who's asleep?
You guys called the swap.
Whose mom is this?
Really on time. So good job of that. Huge boss. Sweetie, I know you like BAP, but Ana or Moira would have been a better choice there. Okay?
And if you
So I'll break down that last comment. Post is right. So I know Britain's not here, but this is good for everybody to know. Baptiste is a really good hero if you have planning skills and you're a very vocal player. If you're kind of quiet and you play the way that a Moira player would play in the back, I would not recommend Baptiste. Unless it's absolutely necessary and you know they have a bunch of CC and you think a Baptiste field would save you, but Baptiste builds his ultimate very quickly, and Baptiste should always be communicating with either Hitscan, Projectile, or Reinhardt. Because it's absolutely important that all you have to do is get that field out, throw Fire Strike through it, and you get an instant kill if somebody walks through it. So your Baptiste should always be extremely vocal players.
And if you want to play the Lucio, I can play either of those.
It depends what you guys feel like doing. So here I'm gonna put a faded here for Ender.
What's he talking about?
Good luck.
Okay, so this is Brute, right? The other player?
Yes.
Good job, but that was working. You guys swapped to give yourself enough time. So that's the important part that you guys did there.
I love how everybody in this scrim has like an endorsement level of 2 or less. Except for like one person. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's your healers. This doesn't make any sense to me, but this does.
I used to have 4 in my main.
Yeah, dude, I got to 4 like once, and then I never got it again, and I'm pretty sure everybody just gave up on the system.
Yeah, this account bounces between 2 and 3, and the other one usually is like high 3 to 4.
Yeah, mine are always at like 2 now, because I bounce between so many accounts, and I don't
But
care.
I'm actually surprised this is at 3, because I played 4 hours straight of Widowmaker right before this scrim.
Why is this guy so quiet?
But really good job there, calling for them to engage so you could bound the back. Because there was
I would have taken this opportunity to at least, talk, get used to each other, say something. I didn't
might
miss
have been
much with
nervous.
this guy. Yeah, he was definitely nervous. I mean, RKB was nervous too, because RKB like choked 3 times.
Who?
The DPS tryout that we had a while ago.
Hello. I miss y'all.
Which spoon did we get back?
Is that Tomo?
No.
That was Tomo.
Yeah, that was cold.
No, it wasn't. It was Tomo. I clicked on his thing. It said hashtag Tomo. And then his number.
It was Spoon 69.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Spoon 69 is Tomo.
You guys you confused me.
Well, Bryn said she wanted to have a sleepover, and then I said if we're having a sleepover, we're
Want me to go
spooning.
aggressive? I'll go aggressive.
Be aggressive. Let's go aggressive. Oh yeah, that's how it started.
Oh, is
And
this
then we
the
needed
map?
to order who was spooning who.
Is this the map?
Yes.
Alright.
Our calling falls off.
Oh yeah, you need to
here.
watch this. At least the first part before we
Calling
go.
falls off here. It's like crazy.
You're gonna love the beginning of this map.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a few guesses. One, it's a brawl composition of sorts, and we're gonna do so all I can imagine is that the enemy team must have an Ana, and she's standing over here, and she's walking on her Zimmer frame.
Just watch.
And 5 people watch her.
Alright, guys. I'm going aggressive here, so I'm gonna
Alright,
start.
so I'm throwing.
We're going beast mode.
I'm gonna start yelling.
You're gonna fucking charge him, alright?
How much are you charging him?
Remember what Coach said too.
I'd say
You don't want to charge and end up in Narnia.
Oh my God, this takes
Obviously, we're
forever.
gonna go meet each other, and he's gonna come in right. That's what we're gonna do. This way. Alright, I didn't get the rhyme.
Nice wall.
Alright, I
Push
got
him,
it.
Push.
Lucio behind.
Lucio.
Holy shit! All right. Okay.
Lucio booped.
Alright, I got the rhyme.
Got Ryan dead, Ryan dead.
Lucio's one. Lucio's one.
Go around.
Lucio one. Dead.
Over you.
Cream.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Yeah.
Do you?
Okay.
Ana's one.
Push the
Ana's
Ana.
one.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right. The enemy team has disengaged. We know there's still people alive. But everybody is still giving chase with Lucio leading the charge. Reinhardt's still on the ground, and Moira saying, "Oh shit, the team is moving." Right. Okay, so we haven't designated literally anybody to cap this. Okay. All right. This because I'm pretty sure this is the game where I came in, like at the very end of this round.
Slept. It's alright though.
Ana one dead.
Oh my God, no. Okay.
Let's go, Tomo.
Okay. All right. I see what happened. You guys left your main tank behind, and Tomo's first instinct was, "I need to be at the front line." Okay. All right. Okay.
Over you, Lucio.
I forgot about the point. Oh my God.
Play this corner. Play the corner.
Alright, Zarya won.
Zarya one.
Careful, Zarya.
Okay, Post has made the call that you guys aren't on the point, and people are still like in the.
Oh
fight.
no, he didn't say it.
No, he didn't. He said that muted to us.
Oh,
Said
I
that
see.
muted.
Holy
He wanted
shit,
to
so
see how long it would be until we said something.
Oh, I see. So this. Oh no. Yeah, I see. All right. Well.
Got healed.
I cannot believe this.
I got hit. Gonna need heals in the back.
Oh my God. This is the
Drop a shield.
funniest thing.
Yeah, guys, look at our control percentage. on that.
Can we go back to the beginning of when it unlocked and actually count how long we lost?
Like, yeah, hold on. Let me just pull a timer up. Okay.
And then just go back a little.
All right. Okay. So this is painful. Holy shit. All right. Okay.
Okay. Let's
little
play from there.
further.
So we got.
Yeah.
Go around.
Lucio one. Dead.
Over you.
Cream.
So start it.
Ding. Okay. Fights
So-
one. It's starting. Alright, let's go.
Ana's one.
Push the
Ana's
Ana.
one.
Push the Ana.
I slept.
3,
It's
4.
alright though.
Ana one dead.
Over you, Lucio.
I forgot about the point. Oh my God.
Play this corner. Play the corner.
I cannot believe
Alright,
this.
Zarya won.
Zarya one.
Careful, Zarya is fully charged.
I
She
cannot
got healed.
believe- I cannot believe this.
I got hit. Gonna need heals in the back.
Oh my God. This is the
Drop a shield.
funniest thing ever.
Can you move out of my
There's
way?
like 10%
Good God.
right here, so they
I can see you. Bobby, Tomo.
Me.
Ryan's
Bing.
one.
Focus me. Focus me.
Lucio one.
Lucio.
They don't have the point.
Oh my God, we're almost at a
Alright,
minute.
They haven't got the point at all.
Yeah.
I got my ult.
Oh my
Careful if
God.
they go
I'm
left.
gonna wait for shatter.
I have
Oh,
full
wait
lesson.
until I go back
They're
and
not
get the
going.
point or something.
I'm gonna wait for
Wait,
your,
we didn't cap point.
Oh my
53
God.
seconds in.
Wait, how long was it?
That's not my job.
Okay,
53?
That was like a full minute.
So like 48%.
That was 60 seconds to actually cap the point. Okay, I thought this was gonna be like, 15 seconds or something where somebody says oopsie daisy. I did not realize. I did not foresee that we already would have thrown Shatter out. We would have all of our ultimates almost, and the enemy team will have like reset like what, 2 times by this point, 3 times. Holy shit!
Oh.
All right. So going back to mentioning the designated shot callers, this is this is more for maybe backline players. Stand on the point and make the call. It's important. I know how easy it is to get lost in the moment, and that's one of the biggest things that will lose you fights. Holy shit. Oh. How's that a C9? It's not in overtime.
I couldn't do anything.
Hey, technically the definition of C9 doesn't have to be overtime, it's just forgetting about the objective.
Lucio won, I dinked him.
I think a Cloud9 is actually where it's you're in your last fight, and rather than going to the objective, you go for a kill instead, and then the timer runs out. Goodbye.
That's why they weren't pushing.
I think they were trying to push, it was just we were shutting them
C9,
down.
a turn given to a team that leaves the point or payload in a competitive game of Overwatch, resulting in the other team winning by default. So I guess they didn't win?
Yeah.
But I mean, they kind of won because we didn't cap.
Holy shit. Alright, so you guys got 20% on that. And the enemy team did not spend a single ultimate. You didn't either, but geez.
No, we lost more than that. We lost like 40%. We lost more.
Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. We can,
Also,
we can
who's
push
this
them,
cuck talking in the corner?
Octo, I don't know.
Ryan's weak.
It's fine.
Oh,
It's alright, they used to us here.
3 ults.
They use 3 ults, they use 3 ults.
Ryan's weak.
Let's back up.
Good call, you guys
They
actually
use Shatter there?
got out of that pretty safe.
No, they use Grav,
Go left, go left,
Nano.
go left, go left, go left, go left.
I like that
They
call.
use Grav, Nano, and Blizzard.
Alright.
Yeah, we made the call to go left, but
Hold on,
the
so
McCree
you're-
took a long time to actually, like...
By yourself right now, hold on.
Yeah, people took a little bit to rotate. They were still busy in the fight. What
They're
the
gonna
hell
meet
are they
us here,
doing?
They're gonna meet us here.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
What?
I'm gonna bob you, Tomo.
Alright, okay, I can see where target priorities split. Alright, this... I'll only do this for a second. This is called a pincer, where the enemy team collapses on you like this, and your team is in the corner. This is not optimal. I don't know why they rotated that way. You guys probably could have gone away with just like waiting or sitting at the or sitting back a little.
But we're still inside the room.
You are in the room. This is just such a weird. Like I see they're split, but they have an advantage. Let's see who dies first.
Lucio.
Where's
Oh,
the creep?
sorry.
Bro, I didn't know where he was.
I thought he clicked.
I was waiting for your shatter.
May, we gotta kill May, kill May.
May dead.
Alright, cap point. No, kill Ana.
Oh shit, there's still something.
Bob you,
bodies.
Tomo.
On it, dead.
Next target.
Lucio?
Run.
I dinked him.
Lucio dead. Run.
Run.
Oh my god.
Now we push them. It would have been an even fight here. McCree dead.
Good
Lucio's
push.
weak.
Good Windows key.
Lucio's still weak, left side. He's going far left. They're going far left. They're all gonna go far left.
Push
Okay.
them.
You wanna push them? Alright. No, oh no, you're by yourself, dude. I can't.
I have coalescing.
No.
Oh my god, I heard Bryn again.
Okay, I'm.
Yeah, that was actually the loudest I've heard, Bryn.
Bobby up! I'm grabbing. Creep.
Pretty dead. Nice. Hi, Red. How are you doing?
On point. We're getting back cap.
She's retreating.
We can get the Mei.
What?
Ready? Fuck. I messed it up.
Huge stagger.
Zarya, focus Zarya.
Nice. On the right.
I don't think I've heard much from Faded Brute.
On the left.
To the left, on.
On is weak.
Okay. Okay. Alright. So you guys are ready for the next fight? We don't have anything defensive. The only thing you guys have is aggressive ultimates. So you should be looking to bait them. Which waiting at that doorway isn't the best idea. Unless it's like 100% and you think you can just keep them off it. Because I think I came in and you guys lost this one, didn't you?
On a 1 hit left. Oh, dude.
Oh shit. Okay. What? What tier is this guy from? This Faded guy? Where is he?
Dude, I didn't see the tree there.
Alright, just back up the point.
What about somehow?
Fight on point for a while.
Zarya.
McCree one.
I'm gonna go Tracer.
Alright, we have one more touch.
Alright, that engagement cost you guys a lot.
I'm going Winston.
I'm gonna go touch.
You could call the touch though.
I can touch, so. Where you're.
If you can. No. I'm in the McCree. McCree dead.
What?
Did you just tell me this guy is a 3.5k peak? What? This guy right here, who has been out of position almost all game, hasn't called a single ultimate, hasn't... Who boosted this man? Does he play McCree? Like, what's his...
He said scan.
Yeah, but, like, does he normally play McCree?
I think so, yeah.
What the shit? I honestly, I'll be honest, this guy looks like... this is, like, silver gameplay. I'm sure his aim is okay, but, like... unless he's just choking? But, like, he hasn't said anything.
Damien?
Next target.
Diva.
What? What and what?
Diva.
Yeah.
Diva low.
Diva low. Next target. May.
He's weak.
That was a good last attempt.
So you guys literally lost this point because you guys didn't cap early.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys actually would have had a huge advantage if you capped.
Usually it's one of those support that you see or whatever, you guys gonna be that aggressive. 30%.
Alright.
The point is the whole
We got here.
Not my job.
99.
We forgot to cap the point, and we lost about 50%.
Alright, clear comms.
Clear comms.
There you go.
Alright, teleport.
Ready.
Teleport.
They have a McCree.
Dropping. Diva.
Diva, Bobby run.
Behind.
Diva's low.
Dynamancy.
Yeah, I agree. Oh my god. Alright, where did we start this engagement?
Behind.
Okay. So, point of ingress is here. I think Bryn was immediately trying to reposition. Nobody has on your team has taken damage yet, right? Go.
Fine.
Yes.
Just got that. Oh, I see.
D.Va's low.
Oh, okay. Alright. This happens so much. I really wish Tomo was here for this. Why? I've told him, like, unbind the shift key. Please. That's an anti. And where's the rest of the team? Okay. So Shadow got kind of destroyed. Oh, okay. Alright, if he was standing like right here and he had the ability to turn around, he'd be safe.
Got him anti?
That's an anti, that's 2 swings, he's dead. Okay, yeah.
Ryan's on me.
Okay, so I actually really liked that sim strat. I was kind of excited to see that play out, but it got canceled so quickly. It wasn't the sim though that was wrong with that. You guys could have done that. I don't know what this is for. I was confused by that.
Push it faded. Probably push it.
D.Va.
Nice. We can push it.
Yeah, they're 2 down.
Ryan's close to Shatter, careful.
Push man.
He's weak on the
May
left.
left.
Alright, okay. Again. This won't happen if your main tank doesn't think every opportunity to press shift is an opportunity to get a kill. This Reinhardt would not have stood here and shattered, what is that, 3 people? In exchange for like the 1 Mei that you were able to get. If this wall was not here right now, your team would be dead because they have an Ana who could just anti you again, as she did in the very first fight. This is such a bad habit. Like the pins are, they put your main tank out of position so quickly.
I got her.
Oh wow, you guys really do get punished for that.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of something. Go.
Let's reset.
Of coalescence.
Almost have shatter.
Alright. This is interesting. This is a good wall. This is interesting. It's not great, because now you guys can push the choke.
Push around. On the left.
Oh, okay, that did connect.
Lucio's weak
He
left.
blocked it.
He's gonna try to shatter.
Nice. What?
Ooh. No.
Okay. Push it, D.Va. D.Va. Okay. Run.
Nice.
Next target.
McCree's back.
On the main. May dead. Lucio.
D.Va.
D.Va 1.
Lucio's weak.
Ryan's coming in.
I'm on baby. Baby dead. McCree next.
What? Where was... Oh, he was outside. Huh. What? Okay, I thought you guys were just being harsh on this kid. Wow.
Nice.
Ryan's dead.
McCree.
Ana?
Ana, push on.
Dang, did I just 1v1 that Ryan and win?
God bless that Ana.
May's right there, careful. Unless she retreated.
Don't get walled.
Okay. What do they have?
First time that they closed them.
D.Va top left.
Top left, top left.
Okay, D.Va probably has bomb.
On the D.Va.
May used
Nice.
ult and lost it.
Nice.
McCree. Lucio.
Lucio
Oh,
next.
no.
Oh no.
That was clean.
I saw the opportunity.
It was good.
Thank you.
D.Va left.
May left.
May weak.
Damien? May no wall.
On the May. May no cryo. On the right.
Alright. Does anybody here know what the plan is for this engagement? Because I got really confused here watching this, like, the first time. And I'm still confused.
This is something that I called.
Pincer.
This is something that I called for them after the map was over, and it's the fact that they had May ult and the enemy team didn't have much to deal with it, and they should have pre-planned, like maybe dropping the May ult or something like that right here, and you literally just kill them. They're in a tiny little room.
Yeah, you got some free percentage on that, and then you would have evened it out. Because, like, the only thing that's confused me so far is that, like, you guys took the fight here initially, started to rotate, and then went out, but then went back, and then your main tank got split in that, understandably, because there was no call. And...
This is lack
but the Reinhardt seems to be more focused on him? What's going on?
It's like lack of planning, and I think it really hurt the team, especially.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is like musical chairs. Like their team is very clearly thinking the engagements here. Their Ryan is just going to prevent Tomo from a very quick shatter, but I don't even remember how this fight went.
Focus.
You'll see.
DM you, Tomo?
He's weak,
What a waste. Okay. Okay. Oh, is this where this gets just dropped? Okay. Alright. This... I wish Bryn was here. This is not a good time for Coalescence.
Run. Damien you.
We're frozen in the room?
I'm bombing up.
I'm on the run.
Woohoo!
Next target.
Next target.
May.
May low. May 1.
May.
I know it's the last fight.
She's one. McCree. Lucio. Okay, run.
Lucio in.
They got caught with their pants down.
My only complaint there is that when you guys were in the mid fight, there was no planning at all. You guys had like you guys had a blizzard you could have planned for, and it was just kind of thrown at, like after the fact. It kind of saved you in the bit, but that's because you guys didn't really go for it.
I mean, we kind of had to this last fight.
That's the thing. You guys gotta think about how to use your engagement. Like, I think Brad pointed it out too. They got really quiet when they went in the back room. All tracking got a little lazy.
Who left?
Until like halfway into the percentage. Come on, guys. Awakening your go. He has a midterm tomorrow.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay.
Guys, have I been muted this whole time?
Yes.
Ah, that explains everything. I've been making
Push
calls
left.
at the
Push left.
Weight room. Oh, so I was so confused. I was like, wait, why did we?
Alright. Okay. This...
Oh, this is when you came in and watched.
Yeah, you guys get got on this map a lot. Like this one in particular, the night market. Or the... Where's it? So, their team is always in such a crappy position. Like, but all they did was recognize that, like, a couple players were going this way, and they can section off this area. And since you guys are running such a brawly combo, it's kind of a gamble trying to walk through one choke where you know the enemy team has these two heroes that can shut down a fight. And on top of that, they still have McCree with Flashbang. Their D.Va can eat anything that goes through this tiny doorway. They're all things that you have to keep in mind. I know that going past the bridge is important if there's a Pharah, but it takes planning to get on this map quickly. Like, they speed boosted directly to the point, and your team took the roundabout way.
I was so mad nobody was dealing with the Ana and McCree on the outside, but oh well.
Lucio's.
You're walled.
You're walled off.
Lucio looking for boop on outs.
Alright. So when you get walled off, first thing that you want to do
is go around.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to wait for this engagement. Cuz like they still have Bionade. They haven't really used Flashbang yet. And then Mei just used her wall and that was it. That was all it took to split you guys. It's the one thing I do as Reinhardt or Zarya when I play this map. I will immediately, if they wall us off, I will just take the whole team. Like, hey guys, walk around. We have a free area. The Lucio's already backed out. He was looking for a boop because he thought you guys were going to rotate. Nobody moved yet, and he immediately got out because he saw that your team has the McCree.
Break. Damn you.
Alright, and wow, that was... We got a mystery hero. So the second the wall went down, exactly what I called was going to happen happened. We lost... I think Ryan dies in like a second. But yeah, we lost Mei instantly.
Where was the wall?
Ryan's corner.
Ryan half, Ryan one.
And just to reiterate, there Mei walled the second time in the time that fight went out.
I'm flanking him.
And then that's when I tried to flank him.
I'm down on point.
Yeah, I think you're one of the only few people that tried to go around. Okay. So, I think I mentioned this while you guys were playing. Oh, hey, Tom.
What?
I was just saying.
Wait, what?
Oh, we were just
No, I'm just kidding.
Gay things.
Oh, okay, then I should leave.
No, you're not allowed to leave now.
Yeah,
oh,
you
no.
cursed.
Oh no.
Now that the gay things are out.
Scared. I'm just a little small straight man.
Not
I'm
anymore,
just
you're
a
not.
straight man in a gay family. Alright.
You could tell that Bryn does not like me.
She doesn't?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I don't know if she dislikes anybody.
It really is kind of hard to tell with her. I mean, I've known her for like a month now. That was like before she joined the team, so it's just like it's kind of weird. So I don't know. And then now I'm just trying to find myself again, is what I'm trying to say. It'll happen. It'll be a while. But anyways, I'll be back on Wednesday, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be
if you really need me, I'll actually play with it.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, take your time, dude.
Yeah. You focus on you first.
We could have Blinky play tomorrow, but fine, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Hope your voice gets better post.
Yeah, I'm posting this VOD review later tonight, so I'll put the link on the VODs for you, okay?
Okay. Alright, see you guys.
Later, man.
Later.
Post, it sounds like you're like dying. Let's see. But yeah, it was that was one thing I think I mentioned in this game is when Shadow said we should have been able to break that wall faster. Like, you don't have to brute force these things. All it takes is one person to say this isn't working, go around.
Yeah, I don't think we were all like.
No, we were not.
Oh, it got and pause it again. Oh, it's the diva.
Sorry.
Your turn. Whatever.
It's almost 30 seconds.
Wait for me.
Okay.
Go left again. Go left again.
Jimmy.
Okay, so when their team sets up here and just pokes you with damage that they're not even gonna get off, I mean, you still have a Mei. You can still wall them. You can still boop them. You're just as dangerous on the bridge. I know it's kind of a gamble, but the last thing you want to do is be baited into going back around this way where all they have to do is just, like, turn to fight you.
Jimmy?
Go.
Coming to meet you.
No DM, no DM.
You're right.
Good.
I don't.
No wall.
Okay, once this happens, push.
Push.
On
On the diva.
the left, on the left, on the left.
We're all anti.
Alright, so this is the second time they've done the exact same thing. Wall off the Reinhardt, break the wall if the ante is fat, where it gets like 2 or 3 people, and then their team just like walks in and gets free kills.
Run dead.
Reset.
We got kind of jumbled with I didn't know who to target there.
If I were you guys, I would actually try to take the engagement over the bridge.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, you. Last time I watched you guys play this map, you got really stuck at that one door.
Oh wait.
Although it looks like they're rotating
When
for
you
you.
see the Lucio.
This is your taboo?
Go.
Circle lesson.
Okay, push in.
Okay. It was just like the course of like 5 seconds, and you guys already just like, you get a free 3-man. Somebody can force this Ana out of her position if they rotate. I would, like, usually just DPS or something, but the Lucio's over here because he's still waiting to boop somebody. And he was backing along this wall, I think, to escape. But like, you guys just got like a huge push.
Nice.
Run.
And okay. Alright. We have a pin. It doesn't necessarily connect with the wall, but it wouldn't have mattered because Ana could have slept him anyways.
No.
I got Ryan.
I couldn't eat that.
And alright, so we've already lost 2 people in a good engagement, and they lost 1.
Ana's one hit left side, dude. Fuck me, dude.
Reset.
Alright. They've wasted a ton of ults.
Okay.
You hear this Ryan charging all the time. No wonder he doesn't have the charge. Push him. You got him.
Careful of the boop.
Careful, it's only you two. Okay. What do they have? They have everything.
Not high noon.
Except Blizzard and High Noon.
Wait, go.
Did they commit NL?
Okay, let's just go.
Oh, I guess they did.
I think I got it. But, oh, he got it back.
I killed 2.
Ana's half and.
It's a terrifying death sound.
Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know.
We should have went right.
I agree.
We should have.
I agree.
Also, just noting, it's at least 3 times we played that map, gone white off the beginning, and then just sat in white, gave them point, and then couldn't push through them. If we're taking white, we need to run straight onto point. Don't just sit there like a bunch
of... and then I got wall, and then we didn't break wall.
Alright, again. I'm surprised nobody's like just said anything back and be like, you don't need to break the wall, you just need to move around it.
We just sit and wait like a bunch of fucking pussies waiting for them to push us.
Alright, guys. If you want to have a productive push, the one thing that you're not supposed to be doing is just don't argue. You know, hindsight's 20/20. The most important thing is the decision you make in the moment. I honestly, that last one, I don't know why, but when you guys play that map, like the last couple times I've seen it, people seem to freeze. Yeah.
Everyone's fucking afraid of Farron getting booped.
Well, the boop is important to... It's important to keep in mind, but at the same time, you can still cross the bridge if you have to, but you have to do it quickly. You can't sit, reposition, and then wait for them to just walk around to the other corner.
So how's getting us into a tournament?
Alright. Does anybody have any questions about the King's Row map?
I don't think so.
I think we got it done pat there. Some of the issues that were kind of thrown.
Yeah, I think some of that stuff was like, it just needs polish.
Yeah.
Because when I viewed the King's Row that I had, it wasn't that bad. It was just kind of some fumbling.
Yeah, a lot of it is giving them too much space a lot.
Yeah, and this is where just before this match started, Tomo had messaged me and said he wasn't feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of this boils down to your main tank's decisions, and I really can't criticize that because I know he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, so it's fine.
But some of these engagements were pretty good. You guys can really draw a fight out of them. Oh Jesus.
I saw you feed, Rad. I saw you feed.
Yeah,
I saw you feed
I do.
Into shields.
Oh yeah, dude. My biggest waste out of any hero is Shatter. Where's I mean, we can watch Route 66 if you want, because this one. I didn't get a top down to this one.
Do you guys want to play range comp or do you want to play brawl?
I have a good person about this whole entire thing.
Yeah. I tend to be 100 times harsher.
And the plus
well, when do you want to play?
Watch this.
Oh yeah.
And show you
Reaper or
special maths workout.
Tracer. No, Tracer's not really good.
Can we just pick?
Oh yeah, I got to play the next match with Faded.
Might actually do semi-brawl with the D.Va for like slight dive on high ground.
That's good.
I think we have a different person tomorrow.
Joke's on you, May. I'm faster than you.
Let me wall you first, then we'll see what happens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Se aproximan enemigos.
They have D.Va, Widow.
They got Widow? Alright.
Yep.
Yeah, can we drop? There's no reason to play high ground.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, there's double sniper. Alright, D.Va, can you take the top right?
Ow.
Yeah, looking for wall, looking for wall. Wall's out. Wait, it's gonna be broken. What is up right?
Hang on, I need some heals first. I'm going up.
Keep it top.
Reinhardt's shield's down.
Healing.
Widow's low. She's main though. Damn me.
Hanzo left.
Hanzo left.
Go Hanzo. Right now.
Lucio.
Go!
Damien.
Okay, back up. Hey. This one was, I think, a couple times where it happened, but the Reddit Lucio strikes again. I'm pretty sure he gets dome over here. out of the corner of my eye, I just see like his body flop. I can't remember if it's this engagement or not.
Widow no grapple.
Yeah, that Hanzo's good. Okay, yeah, it is this one. Alright. Yeah, their Widow was looking for that like the whole time.
Yeah, that's like, you don't want, especially when they're winning a pick comp that's a double sniper, you don't want to like... You don't
can't...
want to abandon your great defense that you have with the natural cover to peek your head.
Yeah, the reason why I like this first map on defense as Ryan is because your choke blocks snipers. They have to be like way out of position to see you. And even then, their sight lines are more angled like toward here, where nobody's standing.
The thing about them,
That's why I like to stick to this rock.
The thing about that too is that I'm not sure you noticed, but every time the sniper's even there to go up in high ground, they get pushed by the D.Va.
Yeah, and that's why originally when like we first called, should we go down, and I said yes, but D.Va take the top right, because if your D.Va's waiting, their DPS is most likely going to back off and reposition somewhere back here, while their front line is still brawling.
He's gonna destroy my shield. Oh, alright. Alright, I'm gonna shatter this since we just lost a healer.
Okay.
Group.
Yeah, so they got instant pick on somebody that was close to beat, and the first thing that happens is their whole team runs in. Snipers are trying to set up, and they're trying to keep their brawl over here because they don't have their shatter yet because their Rhine was barely alive.
Damn.
Ana behind.
Wait, what the fuck? Is that there, Ana? How did that happen?
I'm not really sure.
What the hell? Dude. What?
I think she rotated from the back.
Oh. Alright. I'm very confused. I was wondering how their Rhine got, like, destroyed so quickly after his nano.
Alright, if he's too close.
Jamming. I got shattered.
What a man.
Nice wall. Also, that's an incredibly dumb pin on my part.
No more ults. Wait, we have one?
They're bombing. Careful.
Oh.
That point.
Hanzo on high ground, right here, next to the payload.
Alright.
And as well.
For next engagement.
So ults, right?
Oh my god.
Engage this with May ult. May go top left. I'm gonna go bottom.
I was wondering how that stayed so long.
Yeah, their Hanzo's up here.
Just come with me.
If their Hanzo's up there, don't worry.
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah, both are snipers.
everybody
over here.
Alright, we have almost
Yeah.
everybody. Alright, come out.
What?
Wait, what?
Oh.
It's not. New nade with a top left. Hanzo back.
Push Rhine.
Their Rhine is...
Don't be the first DPS to go out of a choke.
Well, especially if you're walking out of a corner where they're... Because obviously their team can see you. You're May. I mean, you could literally just like go around here and wall them off if you have to. Like, anything you can do to not die.
Push Rhine.
I'm anti. I'm like 20 HP.
On in her sleep, wherever she's at.
She's up top right with the Hanzo and the Widow.
She dropped to bottom left.
We have Cole Shatter, Blossom, Bomb, Close Mail. Close Shatter.
This is a throw on their Lucio's part. Or, yeah, their Lucio. This guy. I don't know why he's, like, over here while his team's trying to disengage.
I'm
gonna bomb this. I'm gonna bomb this. I've no heals.
That Lucio's right side if anybody wants to chase him off.
Chasing the Ana.
He's one.
I'm occupying the Ana. She's half on the back staircase. Ana, one on top of...
Baby D is dead.
Right. Ryan down.
One on top of gas. One on top of gas.
Hanzo.
Widow on top of gas station.
Hanzo one. Honestly.
Alright, friends. So about ultimates being powerful, right?
Okay. Was that a good bomb?
Just what McCree said.
Was what?
Was that a good bomb?
The original one or
The one I did, like just recently, where I was like, I'm ulting this, like right before the fight engaged.
Oh, was that just as they were trying to shatter?
No.
Oh no, that was note. Hold on, let me go back. I didn't actually get to see your bomb. Because at that point, I don't even think. Okay, is this yours?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I saw the run coming up.
Was this the re-engagement?
Yeah, we re-engaged and they started pulling out.
Yeah,
but
this
the
must be
run started pulling out.
because Ender's still alive. Yeah, that's not bad. Because, I mean, bomb doesn't need to get kills to create space.
That's true.
Because you create a kill zone, and if you open up that space for your Reinhardt to retake it, or your front line, the enemy team has to push back. Like, D.Va Bomb doesn't always need kills. I mean, you can learn to trick shot and have it, like, drop off, you know, this once it touches and kill someone, but it's unnecessary.
Decide if anybody wants to chase him off.
I have one on top of.
Oh, okay, so I thought that was yours in the back. Okay. That was their D.Va's.
That was theirs. And then I punished her.
Yeah, it sucks for them. Man, their team is all over the place. Their Hanzo is like right here. Yeah, yeah, like this is odd. I don't get it.
Baby D.Va's dead.
Right.
Ryan down.
Hanzo.
Widow on top of gas station.
Hanzo one.
Honestly.
Alright, friends. So about ultimates being powerful, right?
Can I just say that?
Okay.
Code put the fear of death on that Widow. Like, she did not want anything to do with that.
Yeah, and I saw her grapple and I was like, alright, she's support.
That is literally god tier D.Va play if you force somebody to constantly reposition and get no value. That's just perfect D.Va gameplay.
They just want McCree.
Yeah, I had to get used to playing in
Yeah, they're gonna go for a flashbang.
D.Va with
and they're
DPS.
Like 80 on a beat.
Actually,
Hey,
just
hide
D.Va
and get
in
ready
general.
for the engagement.
She's kind of an off hero, especially
McCree's
now.
bottom.
Ryan.
Main.
He just shattered.
Okay. Did somebody say we have shatter?
Yeah.
Where? There's not even a shatter. Cause they might have. I think somebody might have called it because they're Ryan. I think he shattered you guys, and then I instantly counter shattered and pinned him into this room. So he couldn't block, but.
Focus on the D.Va too. I want her out of back.
Wait, long Ryan.
Shatter coming in.
Just keep backing up.
I'm sorry, I couldn't eat that. On.
Pump ults if you have to. All of them.
Get behind.
Lucio one.
One.
Oh jeez. He just solo beat for himself, I think.
Yeah.
I got shattered.
He was weak.
Oh my god. This stall.
Hanzo low on cart.
They got so confused.
I've bought 6.
How about next fight?
D.Va out of mech.
It's winnable. Keep calling.
Hanzo low on back of cart.
Alright, I'll go after Lucio.
Hanzo one.
I'm bombing behind.
Dropping heals. Nice bomb.
Baby D.Va back right.
They didn't get anyone.
They're gonna get chatter again. They are gonna get chatter again.
They're gonna get High Noon in the back as well.
Kilo top.
High Noon in the back, careful.
Run D.Va point. Hanzo low main.
Amping heals.
Run the point.
D.Va.
Can you hit me up here?
Keep calling. D.Va.
Mine's out.
Go speed.
Lucio.
Keep out.
Lucio.
Bait them into mines. Left side's their safe spot.
Lucio, Lucio.
McCree's low in the back.
Lucio dead. Lucio dead. Ball.
Ball, go into McCree. He's one.
Ball.
I took health packs. Tracer behind. Tracer on point. Tracer on point. Tracer no recall behind. She's ahead of us.
Holy stall. Nice job with that stall. Holy stall. They thought they had it. That zoning bomb for you called Big Brain. Good job.
By the way, Post, you tagged me in Discord, not actual Tomo.
What? Oh, you changed your name too?
I was noticing.
Oh my god.
You guys gotta stop doing this. I'm old. I'm old, okay?
I was really wondering why you pinned, because on my screen it showed up at awake. Love you, kiddo.
I'm old. Okay?
Alright, are you guys ready to see the world's worst gameplay?
He likes your gameplay.
I saw a
that's
top
what he's
down
saying.
view of this.
Yeah. I was just like middle of the.
What did I do to deserve his?
How many shatters did I throw? 3? 3 or 4? I think I threw them. One of them I literally just fat fingered.
We don't talk about this.
We have to talk about that. That's awful.
Orisa. Good, but
I'm kidding.
Bastion?
I actually like Ryan on this map.
you just had this soft throw.
Hold, don't you dare. Yeah, there you go.
My hog is fire.
Yeah, Widow or Hanzo up top.
Here, go up top left. Everybody go top left. Let's just fuck with them for like a second before we even bother the payload. Alright. They're brawl calm. They're fucked. Alright. Drop get one healer on the payload. Get one healer on payload. No nade, no nade.
Okay. Yeah. Look at this dumbass. Jesus Christ. Okay. So I'm not really sure why he like immediately dodge rolled backward off the thing. Although somebody did go to the payload. We got a little bit split here somehow.
I think Sweetie did.
Yeah.
Brent.
So I made a call to drop, but I wanted to take space. I should have been more clear because that was my fault. I should have said I want to take space on this corner when I dropped, but I think he thought I meant back away.
I'll go on payload.
Ryan, you're by yourself right now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
They have a Hanzo and a McCree.
Yeah, I see that.
Hanzo weak.
They're in.
They're pushing.
What's going on?
I don't know why.
Ryan low.
Diva.
You chase them down, chase them down.
Ryan.
Damning you.
Get that Ryan. Super low.
Wait, DB.
Ryan's still low. Ryan's still...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there were a ton of people in the Diva. Alright. Where's everybody else?
You're right here.
Yeah, I just died there. I can't find... Was there someone else?
I'm up here.
Oh, okay. Alright. I was gonna say, because I think I originally started up here, and then the Rhine got super critical. Oh, I see what happened. Okay.
I pushed away the Lucio.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, you must have dove while I was... Okay. Makes sense. I didn't realize that, I thought main heal was still with me. I didn't realize it was just awake, so I put shield down and I just ate shit.
McCree, the mini on right. McCree is flash. She's one.
Jam you under? On.
Oh, no. You really like bananas, eh?
Yeah. 3 on cart. I'm gonna push.
Right. Diva bottom right, Lucio. Wait, no, right top left. Wait, no. Bottom
Diva
left.
bottom.
They're all bottom left.
Whoa.
Diva low. We can be back.
I can eat that.
Wait, what's left?
On a one.
McCree behind. You might do high noon.
Oh my god. That was a true ninja.
Unfortunately.
Oh. I'm so glad the camera was at this angle so I could see that. Can I see that again?
Unfortunately for him, Awake was right there, so it was just a peel and heal and kill him.
Oh my god, that was funny. He's like, he's snoozing. The Ana called it.
On a one.
Just like, and just this dude dodge roll flashbangs from a mile away. Oh my god.
No, it's funny is, here comes Awake. Look at his shadow.
Oh my god, dude, he was going full assassin.
Now look at this.
He didn't even call it like, hey, Faded, there's a McCree on you. He was just like, dan.
I think it was like a spur of the moment thing as soon as he saw it.
That was insane though. I've never seen a McCree dodge roll animation cancel the flashbang.
High noon.
Dude, literally looks like he just shit himself.
This McCree thought he was gonna take an easy 1v1 with a sleeping target, and all of a sudden he ended up fixing 2 people.
Oh my god, that is actually really funny. I didn't. Okay, so that was a counter.
Lucio on point.
Oh my god, and Awake was just like again assassinating.
Which before this.
D below. I'm DMing her rockets.
That's where he goes by himself.
Yeah.
Diva, Ryan next.
Should probably mention that because there's actually some lethal combinations where you can send out a DPS and a Lucio.
Yeah, like right there, Faded and Awake. That was ridiculous. You couldn't
Yeah,
fucking
that's
touch him.
because I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but like if I see it implemented, where you guys do like the honestly, Reaper, May, McCree, Lucio, or with Lucio, like you could destroy people because they don't have the ability to back away before you burst them.
Yeah, I think we should try to start doing that. We'll try it
You
next
guys
year.
would shred people because you do the brawl so well. You would just engage them immediately.
Also, my
Ooh, I hit him.
Lucio left us. Yeah.
Keep going. Keep pushing.
Hanzo low, man. The door won't let my
Keep pushing.
fat ass.
Under, middle of the building, on the Hanzo.
Can we get the sauna up on high ground where Ryan is?
Yes, I can.
Anna running out, right here.
Get her. Oh, I hit her with that fire strike. I'm sniping.
He's gonna ask in a second.
Alright, Diva, can we get oh,
Can we get to read the Diva or the Lucio?
Green no flashbang?
Yeah, no, I don't know who.
Alright, come to me. There you go. Yeah, bring them to me, I've got shatter.
Okay.
Alright, McCree's setting up on high ground right now. Diva, can you take care of him when you have full DM? What?
I was.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, I got hit like a freight train. I'm really lucky that came like a millisecond too late.
They pinned too late. Can you heal me? Oh, that's right.
Okay, let's group up.
Yeah. Back up, lost my tank unless you can take them. Oh,
they can't heal right now.
Yeah, go, take them as hard as you can.
Ryan's half. Ryan's low.
I'm out of fight for a second.
Alright. This was an interesting engagement. Is there somebody on the high ground up here that's a teammate?
I'm not sure.
Because somebody made the call that they don't have healers, which is true, but
I think it
we
might
don't have our front line.
I think the one who called that was Ender. He came from the back line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this is the game that I haven't seen him do this, but literally like the second I was playing with you guys, he was making like all these really aggressive callouts. Like where we said, okay, that's the fight, and he's like, they don't have healers.
Yeah.
Ryan's low.
Come
On
back.
cart. Ryan's low on cart.
I've reload bottom left.
Ryan's low on cart. Yeah, your team isn't there. They're all over here.
Bottom left, no flash.
They have no healers. It was. Two of them. We have 3. Why did we back
Go back now.
There's only you.
Yeah, guys. Helpful callouts only.
Yeah, all 3 of us. Oops.
I was laughing because you guys were really funny.
Did I engage that just as we lost our DPS? That's brain dead.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, this is kind of what happens to my brain too when comms are kind of a clusterfuck. Because there's all these calls that basically you want to keep the fight rolling, but... Oh, I thought you were drawing nipples. Or like a...
It is. Nipples in a skirt.
Dunce caps.
Staring at Free's ass.
It's America's ass.
It is.
Alright. I'm really lucky they didn't have somebody right here.
Alright.
This is interesting. Okay. So, Faded came back for the fight? Alright, I see that we got payload, but I went under. Again, I should have called it, but... Oh no, don't tell me this is what... Don't tell me this is what I think it is. Oh, no, dude. This is what happened. So, I've got ult, and I know that Ryan has ult. He's been swinging, like, for the past few fights and pinning. And, I know their team repositioned around the corner. And a lot of the time... Especially if you have McCree, although I thought he was gonna come with me, or at least be closer to the corner. You can kind of go around and get a free shatter. Otherwise, they reposition toward you, and your team can just like destroy them because you've already pincered them. But oh shit!
No.
And I pressed Q. Okay. So we have a thrower
That's why
on
you
our
said
team.
no. I thought they started
Yeah.
pushing you at that moment.
Yeah, I was trying to be sneaky and go around for a free shatter while you guys were repositioning because the Reinhardt did not have his team with him. And yeah, rather than getting a free win for the fight, I put my hand back on my keyboard and immediately hit shatter. Like, I was so mad because that was the whole reason why I was going around the back. Oh.
Oh.
Wait, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm gonna prove I'm better.
Alright. All of this going out kind of plays out in our favor. Although that's understandable that we use that. We still have these. I did not think they were going to try to hit us with everything, even though we just screwed up an ultimate.
Oh my god. That is an Nano Grind.
You're so nice to kill me. I thought I was gonna get staggered right there.
Sure, Risa, since we're doing double hit scan. I can't
Yeah,
run with a sniper.
Why did we do this? This is another reason why I was a little confused by Ender. Why did we do that? Like, I wish he was here, but this is one thing that like kind of rubbed me the wrong way in the last match, just watching him play, because he was doing well, and this Faded guy was not doing very much. But I feel like Faded kind of helped a little bit more in the last fights, and Ender was looking for kills, but they have a D.Va, and you can't get great high ground on attack. You can get it on defense, just not attack. And they also have a Hanzo, and their team has been cornered with the Rhine. So I don't know why this was... I don't know why this happened without a call-out made.
Damn it.
Pushing in 5 seconds. Still put you at throw shit. Yeah, back up.
I couldn't eat that foul.
I don't know why they're wasting that.
Nice.
Wait, weren't close? Oh my god, they're Lucio stop. Alright.
Where's Ender? Over here? Popped off.
You got him,
Baby D.Va, baby D.Va. Run.
So old, right?
No payload.
Yeah, how about that shatter earlier? Fat.
What about like what ults they're gonna have?
Dude, I hit 3 walls with it. The Reinhardt's been skirmishing a bit and holding it. I don't think I think he's been holding it for a while. Ana probably has
shattered
shadow.
at the beginning of last fight.
He's only halfway then.
D.Va has.
It was a lot more than halfway. Literally all it takes, especially if you get nanoed, is like 3 or 4 swings and you're at like 70% on your ult charge.
The thing about this Reinhardt though is that he's terrible at like hitting targets on like swinging. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh yeah, he's out of position. The only thing though is that like the second he gets to engage with a shatter and a nano, you can basically get your ultimate back by cleaning up the fight. Like that's how quickly you get it. Because I think it's like 30% on like a double swing if you're nanoed.
I don't know if you remember. I know you kind of stopped playing during Goats, but like one of the things we used to do sometimes we would grab them and just have Blinky and start swinging into them and get shattered instantly.
Yeah, if you throw a hammer into any kind of crowd control, you're gonna guarantee your team a free shatter. Like that's why I kind of throw it a little haphazardly sometimes, although not so much that I fat finger it like a dumbass.
Has bomb.
Wait, McCree bottom left.
I'm bombing.
They're still waiting on
11 off.
high noon.
Yeah, McCree's right there. On the left, bottom left.
I was hoping it would have kept them in there longer.
D.Va low, D.Va low, D.Va low.
I got separated.
McCree coming in,
Yeah.
McCree coming in, McCree coming in.
Okay.
I'll have to do that next time.
And like,
They're at shatter.
we don't need 40
They have
seconds
sights.
character. Okay.
They kept me alive too long, I killed that Lucio.
Just gonna use bomb or use my Deadeye and then switch to Tracer. Get more aggressive.
He sounds super aggressive.
Can we use sights for less engagement?
He's another brat.
Go underneath. Go underneath.
15, something like that.
Just following D.Va.
I'm damning you.
I can say that because I'm old.
Creeps above.
Did nuts.
3.5k rated, by the way. That is some real shit.
Season 3 though, so.
Yeah, season. Did you say season 3 where McCree was barely used and it was more like you could just play with triple tanks?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes me question my own season 3 stats then. Just saying.
On a low. On.
Okay.
What was it, Rad? 2 Reinhardts, 2 Lucio, 2 McCrees.
Yeah, I wish. There's a here's one thing I would say to Ender if he was here. For the love of God, position yourself for the fight, not for the 1v1. Because their Widow sucks. She's been trying to 1v1 him like since she swapped. And if Ender was peeking here, we literally would have gotten like a pick on one of these delicious little heads right here.
Not only was she snug, did she suck so much that he could ignore her and just kill the healers. That's what he did. That's what he's been doing.
Yeah, and if the Widow was a problem, like if this right here, if this was Kefri, okay, they had like a 4.5k rated Widow, and we were like, okay, we have to deal with this Widow, respect her sightlines. You send D.Va up, you position your Widow up here, and Widow creates a kill zone, which effectively forces the enemy team to reposition into low ground areas, which is where you want them to reposition, because that's away from the payload, which is moving here, out in the open.
Diva's behind still. Diva's one hit, dude.
Oh.
Okay. So it looks kind of like a clusterfuck, but like I think we got pretty even, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's 3v3.
So we have half a player here. We've got a tank here, and we've got a healer. So I'm fine with that.
And not only that, the DPS that you do have in point has more impact than the Widowmaker that they have.
Exactly, and that's the thing is like, their Ryan made the mistake of turning around to disengage from me, and I already chipped off half his health bar. So, yeah, like all you have to do is just like chase him.
Yeah, luckily us three died before overtime.
Yeah. That was a point blank snipe on a Lucio. Can I see that again? Like I didn't. Hold on. This. Excuse me. Okay. Kills. Where is she? Like over here? Like Solid Snake?
She's in the box right now. Yep.
Oh my god.
Look at her. Look at her awake.
Oh my god.
He's standing still.
Oh. That's what feels bad. Because I think I turned around a little bit too late. Because the second I turned around, I was going to look at that doorway. And there she was.
Play it. That's like be right back moment. This Doomfist right here knocks his diva over.
Damien you?
Oh.
She went to the
That's...
skybox.
That is such a feels bad.
What?
She got off.
I think she flew straight up because she saw the Doomfist.
Oh, I have 7 HP. Holy shit. No, like 70 nano shatter and like 80.
Okay. Well, they're definitely not 70 to nano. They do have shatter. I didn't hear anything about bomb. Probably nothing about McCree for the ult, although McCree has one of the fastest charging ults in the game.
Yeah, this bomb might not going to be huge.
Yeah. And they do have Widow sightline, because their Widow has not used it at all. And I'm not hearing that call out. Either of those two who have been skirmishing with the Widow.
My bomb, I should have shot it here. Oh no! And slid it up that wall. But I did it behind. No. Here, go back a little. Up this wall, and then over.
Oops, sorry. Oh, I see. Yeah.
But I was further back, and because I thought they were right here, so I wanted to slide it against this wall and get it over.
Yeah. I didn't expect their team to lose so much space back here for the engage. I think they wanted it to come around the corner so then they could walk forward. Because they really didn't have a lot to work with. And it does have a minute left, so they probably didn't want to throw everything into it.
Back behind us.
So.
Their Widow still hasn't used ult, even though they can't see us. Why?
Right, shield's gonna go down soon.
I got coalescence.
Oh, I knew he was gonna shatter.
Oh, is this... Oh, okay. I see what happened. Right. So we got... Frontline got staggered because their Ryan was able to just kind of walk for free. I still don't agree with this being on our team as a Widow. If that was McCree, and this dude had started, like, as the Tracer, that might have gone a little bit better. Because it took one shatter and a huge diva bomb.
Oh.
I won't get out of that. It's okay. It's okay.
What? Is that what I think it is? Is that a 3.5k Season 3 pulse bomb?
Yes, yes it is.
Why? There's just no restraint on some of this. Like, we lost 3 people, or 4 people, sorry. And we just committed pulse bomb? Excuse me? This is what I talk about when I talk about people getting lost in the moment. That is big waste.
Nice.
Alright, send out your most scummy diva bomb that you can think of.
Okay.
Alright.
I thought they were still like right here. I was like, fuck, they just jumped back.
Yeah, I did push you into the bomb though. I did tell you to bomb. I literally was still around the corner, and I set up my shields, and I realized at the same time as you that their team had like backed way up. Yeah, they let us into that though.
Okay.
They kited us.
Force them back a little bit.
Oh. Unfortunately though, even if like you had started right here, the only way you would have killed their team is if you'd sent it like up into the rafters. Because they scattered this way.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have mattered if their Rhine like looked up. But neither of us knew that. That was just kind of unfortunate. Especially with 30 seconds. Draw a smiley face for positivity.
I was gonna do a frowny face.
How's that?
Great. You scared them.
Sweet.
I'm gonna activate my ult. Just wait till they peek a little bit. Widow's back left top.
Follow left top. No.
Alright, they're gonna
She was
shatter
like right
again.
over here.
Free got me.
Yeah, it looks and I didn't see anyone, so I was like, alright, I'm just gonna focus.
Oh yeah, that's fine. She still hasn't used her ult, by the way.
This is the same Pharah that didn't use her ult till the very end.
Yeah, this player was throwing. Where was their McCree? Was he on that top left?
He's up here.
So shield's here at a choke. Just so they can't destroy it easily. Where is... How does this happen?
Follow left top.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, what we have here is a 3.5k rated brawl between Tracer, Lucio from Reddit, respectively, and a hero that can just press E and detonate them. Oh no. Okay. That's the kind of thing I wouldn't know what to say in the moment. Because, like, you technically should win that brawl. Like, Tracer should not lose against McCree with Lucio. You should be able to bait the flashbang and just shred him.
Alright, they're gonna shatter again when they get it.
Oh, and he kills Awake with the flashbang because Awake was using speed boost instead of heal.
Get it on her.
And he just taps the Tracer. Okay. I was wondering what happened in that fight. I was like, holy shit, we're down 2 people and I just used ult.
Free got me. He's top left ulting.
Yeah, I see. Hiding behind payload.
Nice.
Good block.
Oh, I got demacked. Focus run.
They lost their Lucio.
Oh, he's mad.
That was actually huge on Ender. He deleted their Lucio before he got his ult. If we were a little bit more coordinated, that actually would have gone really well. I don't like this pick. I really wish Shadow was there to like say something. Because if you played like Junk or Mei, like he would have just completely spammed the Reinhardt out of this corner. From every angle that you can stand on. And unfortunately, when I ulted and we already lost 2 people, they just walked into us.
Widow's on the.
I wanted to see how I think this map in particular definitely showed a lot of light on how these two actually play. Like, you know.
Yeah, cause I didn't get to see Faded Brute until like I just got there, and like I thought he'd already been playing. He must have been burned out, but he wasn't doing anything really. I didn't see any instances of popping, like you know when you do really well. I just saw him kind of following up with a couple kills. The enemy.
He got a couple here and there, but it wasn't like anything super impactful.
The enemy McCree outplayed him like every time. Ender, if Ender was not sniping, I don't think we would have pushed as far as we did. But at the same time, I would rather have a... See, like, these are the moments where, like, you look at your composition, right? In retrospect.
The good thing about this guy...
Oh, yeah, Yeah, I was going to say he's flexible. So that's why I should have said something, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to just see how these players would play.
Me too.
Because I don't want to be coach and, you know, shot caller. Because unless it's absolutely necessary, but like, it's a tryout. You get to see what works, what doesn't. Obviously, his comfort pick is a sniper, which he did well on. Like, he got like double kills to even out the playing field. He got a really good pick on that Lucio that died. But like in these instances, you know, I'll be harsh on myself too. When I look at these kinds of comps, right? If you ignore the timer, ignore the ultimates, right? Ignore them. Just think about the map and think about your team's strength. Where does the strength lie? This guy very clearly does not play much Tracer. I think McCree would be better. Ender is fine on Widow. Even though I wouldn't prefer it, he's shown the entire team that he can play Widow to a pretty high level already. So I wouldn't request that he swap off if he's doing well. Because he's just making it impossible for their team to create sightlines. I probably would have hacked this, that, and honestly, I probably would have traded that for Brig. So if that was, you know, Brig, if this was Ryan, So this is interesting, because you can keep the D.Va, although it might be a little bit better to play Zarya, only because they have an Ana that is constantly throwing antis out. That's actually got how you guys lost a lot of fights in Lijiang, is because their Ana just antied the shit out of the whole team.
Yeah, I've always struggled with trying to eat the nades. I can eat the sleep darts, but I can't eat the anti-nades.
I'm much the same way because it feels like the nade just goes out faster than the sleep dart. Because the sleep dart has a sound effect before it's deployed, and the nade actually doesn't have a sound effect unless you really hear that little air whiff until it explodes. Anti is really powerful if you can hit a healer or a tank with it. Not so much the DPS because they most likely have the mobility to escape. But like, I would have made those changes. I mean, maybe this could have been Ana, but that's kind of negligible because Coalescence has so much impact on this map. But if you had yourself, you know, a Reinhardt to constantly stand here, and every time, you know, I put down barrier to fire strike into their teammates, I have a bubble around me. So when I get antied, I'm being cleansed. You know, your Zarya, same thing. Zarya would shred D.Va.
Oh yeah.
Because their team is so aggressive and they're throwing everything at once. All it takes is just a good bubble, and you've got like, you know, 60 charge between yourself and your teammate, or 80 charge, and you just shred the D.Va. You know, she won't get any ult charge, and then you would have yourself a Graviton. You know, weak ass Graviton because they nerfed it, but you still pull teammates into this. Your Rein can throw a Fire Strike. Your Widow could probably set up in the Chaos and pop this bitch right in the head. But it's stuff like that that you don't think about till after the fight, because then you can kind of dissect everything from everybody's position. Like the best players in the world are literally able to do like all of these calculations in their head in the moment. Like that's why they get so upset a lot of it. Oh, if only we had like, you know, all of this. Because they're right. Yeah, you can change that. But you guys should actually try a scrim where you swap compositions and even forego 1 or 2 ultimates, probably just 1, just to change up the composition to adapt better. Because a lot of the times those ults won't have impact if you're wasting like a full minute holding it, waiting to do something with it, where you could have abilities that have more impact. Like my supercharger had no impact. That was me pissing in the wind. You know, our D.Va Bomb would have had impact, but I made the wrong call to send it, and it was early, so it didn't blow anybody up. And I wasn't able to get effective ground against the Reinhardt. Because my shield got, you know, it didn't so much get broken as like they were able to just, you know, press W, walk through it. That's why Orisa's okay in a lot of instances, but she's kind of crap against an aggressive Reinhardt because he will literally just walk in you. And press Q, as he did. But like, I should have made that call. I wasn't thinking about it because it was final fight and I had 1 ultimate. Probably would have been better for me to just toss the ult. The Orisa comp doesn't work that well unless you have like a Junkrat or a Hanzo to spam from behind, because then the enemy team won't directly force you. Otherwise, they'll be in danger of getting hit by 1 or 2 ults. But, you know, like I said, in retrospect, hindsight's 2020. These kinds of things happen. And we completely demolished them on.
I mean, there's still a win, but like we obviously.
Yeah, that.
You obviously still want to like.
Oh yeah, we literally. Yeah. I think was it like 60-something% of teams through every single tier do not make it to the end. And in the league, I think it's like 66% don't make the full push because the enemy spawns are so close.
Yeah, and they have super mechanically inclined people that can just gonna do like excellent rollouts to stall like crazy.
Oh yeah, because you know Hammond could just whip out and touch the point, and then Doomfist will just jump out, dive, and then you know in the chaos you've got like Lucio Moira coming around and just whipping out.
You have May who just becomes this tanky bitch.
I don't know why they gave her so much health.
And then you have a Tracer who could just be a mosquito.
Yeah, exactly. A mosquito that gets shot in the head. But like,
because Fade sucks.
I feel bad because like I feel like when I play with you guys, it's like I'm throwing something into the team environment that you're probably not used to.
Like old things, whenever you're playing with somebody who you're not used to, there's always gonna be desynchronization.
Because I play super aggressively to hold ground, but I'll play super passively if I see that ground lost and the team needs to recuperate.
Yeah, it's a different style. That's all.
Yeah, but that's how I play Orisa, which is probably why I'm smartest on Orisa. But like with Reinhardt, sometimes the engagements will go better, but my decisions in the moment might be more for kills, like for everybody else that plays Rein, because he's Rein.
Yeah. It's the power of the hammer, I'm telling you.
He's a really, really fun hero to play.
I'm telling you,
like,
it's the power of the hammer, literally. You get the hammer, you fucking feel like Thor.
I really wish that a lot of the heroes in this game would be removed, so more compositions would be a little simpler, and they'd be more about your skill engaging rather than using ults. I actually wish ults didn't even exist in this game.
Like, I feel like all ults across the board should be nerfed a lot more than they are.
I really think they could have gotten away with, rather than ults, you just have like an ability that's on a super long cooldown, just like in a MOBA. But like Overwatch is so fast paced, it feels like if you shred, you shred. If you get staggered, just keep losing your balance. And the really, really, really important thing in this game is not how to learn to play better when you're already playing well. It's how to learn how to get your ground and get your footing again after you've been kind of knocked off balance.
The resetting and trying to re-engage, and the re-engagements are really important.
Yeah, because like, and literally, nobody's throwing. Everybody's giving it, 100%. Everybody's trying to focus on their job. And that's why it's really, really important in a lot of these games to swap. Because, if you swap, your priority becomes different.
Yes.
Or you might be playing a hero wrong, so when you swap to your better hero, your priority stays the same, but you're getting punished less because you actually know what you're doing. So that's part of my job too, is to figure that out among people. Because like after watching, there's a couple people who do things so well, but they don't seem to stick to it. They seem to swap. And that confuses me a little bit.
You won't get it from me. You know me. I am
a Lucio player? Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what's funny is I'm literally an Orisa bot. I got so good at Orisa, it pissed my friends off.
I am a Lucio bot. And like the funny thing is, I have a really good Ana, but I haven't played Ana like seriously in so long that my mechanics are falter so badly.
Oh, I'm so good at Ana.
Ana is my most played hero across all my accounts. I have like almost 900 hours aside of Scrim.
Jesus. I don't think I have that much.
So I can pick her up really easy, but I could definitely pick up I could definitely feel the rust. As before, I could sleep a fucking far in the sky, no problem.
Yeah, I tend to just save my sleep darts for Genjis that I can teabag.
That too. Usually my favorite thing is putting them to sleep and then telling my right now, hey, look, it's a Genji, charge him.
It's so funny because like even Masters Genjis will just get so upset if you cancel Nano Blade.
And then teabag them after they die.
Oh yeah, and then teabag them and put your spray down, and you don't even say anything mean, you just say nice blade, and then you smiley face, and then you just hear their keyboard losing.
You could literally tilt them off the earth so bad that the gameplay suffers, and it's a mental game, you know. So
it is.
If you destroy the mental, they're gonna start fucking up more.
Yeah, and
like who was it?
That's really important. That like a lot of people don't take for granted.
There was a game with a high masters Genji that we identified, and that was Ana, and one of my friends was playing Junkrat. So I told him, listen, this motherfucker's gonna come for me because I've teabagged him already. Put a chopper in front of me when he blades, and we did that, and he just fell for it so hard, so badly.
Yeah, I think I'll try to do like in a session at some point. I'll try to do like a list of practice things, because there are scrimmages going out, and it is important to get your playtime. But
what you can do is you could probably cut down one of the scrims. What we're doing 4 scrims a day, a week. We could probably cut down one of them just to have a practice night.
Yeah, it's we don't even need to do like the practices like every week. It's just good to cut. It's just good to carve out like, even if you guys have to come in 10 minutes early before the scrim just to warm up and say, here's what we need to focus on today. I would much rather that. 5 minutes, even if you have to come in and listen to the voice, it would be easier. Because I could really focus on, a list of things that I want to go over. Like, today I want to see you, like, awake, I want to see you not playing the Reddit Lucio, right? try to focus on things that Post gives you advice on, because I defer to you for Lucio. I do not play much Lucio. I know basic understanding of Lucio.
A lot of it is making sure that you as Lucio, your job is a lot of the repositioning and denial of engages. For like one of the things that I do a lot is, especially with Reapers play a lot with Doomfist, is redirect him somewhere else. Like if he comes, I eat him away from my team, or I eat him into my team so that he'll get fucked over. So a lot of it is playing kind of like Breaking Goats, where you were pretty much fuck people over by fucking up the positioning and making them vulnerable to attack, and then like identifying where you have a window to dive the target, gauge your speed, and then communicate that. A lot of it's communication, and I feel like he lacks a little bit of it sometimes, because I think that's my fault a little bit, because I'm so used to being that person that he does it. So it's pretty interesting whenever I'm not there and these two are playing.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's not bad gameplay. Like I like, it's really good to see people who play aggressively, and you know, even if it's once in a while they do something right. It really tells you that their playstyle is more fitted toward that, and if you could just rein it in a little bit, and get them to focus on the other things at the same time as staying as aggressive as they are, they can really start to, they deflect players, try to push.
I mean, I try to play a lot. I'm used to playing super defensive, and a lot of it is just making sure that one, to protect my backline, because sometimes, especially when we run like Ana Lucio, I'm one of the best people to peel for the Ana, right? Like anything that comes in, like I'm one of those people that can just instantly go and help. So a lot of it's just do a lot of defensive plays, but like obviously people like FD God from Paris, or from the Paris World Cup team, from the French World Cup team and Paris team, that he's really good at doing both, like just being an assassin but always with his team. That's a hard carry, Lucio. So if you ever want to see one, that's just ridiculous.
Those always make me laugh too, because like the enemy team never expects it. They get upset about something that throws them so off balance.
Yeah, like he did one of the hardest carries on Lucio last weekend against London, I think.
I really
shredded them.
I really want to see a game where I can get you guys in an environment. You're pumped up and ready, but you're playing somebody that is, on paper, supposed to destroy you. Obviously that means nothing, because on paper your stats are they're just whatever you do. And I really want to see a game where you guys can just play your best and show me a bunch of things that I'll teach you through your gameplay and crush them. I really want to see that, because you guys play so well when you guys pay attention. Like, I mentioned it on Anubis. When you were playing, you were like, I was like, why are the comms suddenly lighting up? It's like, oh, well, because, you know, we're doing this. And it's like, well, because you guys became confident, right? Push them back. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, I've got ideas. And they worked.
Yeah, like thinking about, you know, in the mid fight, throwing a bomb from the opposite end when they're already engaged, thinking that everything's alright, it's gotta be the front line, all of a sudden they gotta like scatter and die to a bomb. Huge. You know?
Yeah, it's being able to do those things is extremely important. And having the confidence to make those kinds of calls is also extremely important. But I noticed that kind of dies.
The longer the fight lasts.
Yeah, especially if the fight is if it's prolonged and ultimates go out. It's okay to be kind of quiet if you're thinking, but you need somebody to come out of that silence, tell the team where to be and what to do. And not everybody can do that, because obviously it's impossible to know what to do in the moment because you're focusing on something. That's why it's important to have your main tank be your shot caller. You don't want silence in the comms. When I play, you know, Reinhardt or something, if I'm gonna move more than like 10 feet forward, I'm gonna say something. And it's usually just because I'm also verbally checking that somebody's with me.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get lost.
Oh hell yeah.
Because you see so many maps where somebody is where they're not supposed to be, and they know it because they wandered, and then the thought that "Am I with my team?" didn't strike them until they turned around.
All of a sudden he meets five hooligans and gets to
And there's a lot of times where that happens. And I think it happens because it's A, just, you know, mental exhaustion, B, maybe not taking it seriously in the moment, or C, just, you know, you're...
brain fart.
Yeah, you're just kind of brain farting, and that happens. I literally will stay away from any kind of competitive if I feel like my brain is just kind of all over.
I think that's one of the most important parts. Like, I stay away from the game in general when I feel like my mental's wrong.
Yeah, because it's draining, like, watching it when you're exhausted, but, like, it's so much worse when you're in the game. Just, you feel like you're just standing knee deep in water, and, like, waves are just, like, hitting you and you're getting knocked down. So, oh, it's tomorrow? Friday? Oh god, tomorrow's a scrim, isn't it?
Yeah, tomorrow's a scrim.
Yes, it is.
A new tryout that's not faded. It's not Ender, so we don't have to settle for Ender. Ender looks like the better one of these two, but we don't have to settle for these guys. Just to let you know, we don't have to settle for him, and we don't have to settle for him either. These are just tryouts.
I mean, I don't mind Ender. Like, he was playing really well. The only issue I have, which is something that you can fix any problem. The hard part's just making people better if they're not already, you know, talented somehow. The only issue I have is the
aggressive calls that he makes sometimes.
I would say the aggressive calls that kind of drown out the fight. Because if you make it sound like the fight's still going, even though the fight is very clearly over, people are gonna walk into that. I walked into that and I ate shit. And it's like, oh, you know, the Ryan's won. The Ryan's got 499 out of 500 HP, and he's currently targeting 2 people after, you know, both the DPS got headshotted. Those are the kinds of calls the DPS should not be making. And that's why I said priority between the callouts. DPS should almost never be making the calls.
I agree.
Because
they don't see a lot of what's happening.
Yeah, they're chasing kills, and that's important for them, but it's not important for anybody else unless they really, really need help.
Yeah, like one of the ones that could actually tell things, especially is one of the things I was trying to install in Shadow, is the fact that if the tanks and the healers, like, if we call that a fight is winnable, because we know that we're gonna clean this thing up, like, you know, just follow us, don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's hard. Like I said, this might be the 3rd or 4th VOD review I said this. Yeah, actually, I think I said it the very first one.
Yeah,
was
wrangling
people back.
You just gotta wrangle them. You just gotta herd the sheep. You know, herd the DPS. It's okay, Miho, come over here.
I think
kill this person instead.
I think the more comfortable you guys get in your roles, the easier it'll be to notice other people doing something. If in the moment you're ready for the engagement, like, hey, come back here, hey, we need you here, or I need to be here, let's reposition, or I'm being harassed, rather than like, I can't look out and see out of the corner of my eye a teammate that can hit me, and you just get dove and die. And then from there they just steam. So hopefully at one point I'll get enough people to come to a practice, and if not,
like I said, just talk to since them's the one that makes the schedule, just take one of those days. We're not in a tournament right now, so we don't need to do too many.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not gonna be till next week when I mention the schedule, because I'm finishing up like opening shifts before somebody else takes over for me. So I'll I might be a little tired until like Tuesday or Wednesday, but I should be back.
It's fine. Like I said, currently we're not in the tournament right now, so we're not in a rush right now. We're just doing some tryouts here and there. We're trying to clean up things, you know. And if you
Yeah,
like,
I gotta talk to Nim about that, cause there is a way to get in even if you have a banned player, cause you're not technically banned in life. It's just you can make appeals to those things all the time. They don't care. So
well, we'll see how that goes.
I just want to see this in a more
Like I said, like they haven't even announced the start signups yet, so we have time.
yeah, I want to see a more serious environment, because I would really love to see some more focused gameplay on both spectrum.
I mean, if you want to see some of it, in Q.GG, I have some, but it's without Tom. Actually, this one with Tomo.
Oh, okay.
Some OTC.
That doesn't matter, because I'll get to see some team synergy at least.
Yeah, there's some OTC matches. I think they're usually labeled. I think I have them labeled. Yeah.
Did you say OTC?
Yeah, Overtime's Champion. That's the tournament that we just came from. Overtime's Championship tournament.
How did you do in that?
Not that well. We ended up 2 and 3. There was a lot.
One of the wins was a forfeit.
Forfeit. Yeah.
Oh.
But like we played teams super close. It wasn't like a shutout. It was
Yeah.
always like map 5 round 3.
That down so I can check on it. See. One win was a forfeit. That's unfortunate.
And the thing too is like in some of these games, DSR definitely was kind of huge because they were very lenient on DSR per team and the max SR for players. And there was even one where they had a GM player in there, but like whatever, we still did really good. We still did 5 maps.
I've seen teams of like gold players steamroll Masters players, but they like train every day.
That's the thing.
And, like
we've done
they're all like ladder players they're playing against.
We did that in UGC. We would scrim every single day.
Oh, I would never make you scrim every day unless you guys are like super ready for it. But like,
well, yeah, we were ready for it. We asked for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had to because we have just lost the org that we used to have before fucked us over, and they made us get rid of one of our main players. So we had to actually 2 of our main players, and we had one of the main players got removed, and then afterwards we had like an unfortunate series where like somebody else just quit the team instantly in the week, but we were literally on playoffs, so we literally had to crunch time to get synergy back with like where we have left. So we decided to do more scrims in those weeks in order to get a better idea and feel for these people playing different roles that they didn't play before.
well, hopefully, but by summer or something, we get like a tournament win in.
I think we can. Like I said, in UGC when we were focused like that, we came up. We were runner up.
Yeah, because you guys can steamroll teams.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to. I suppose I'm gonna need more time to figure out how to get the, because everybody's different and they try to relax in the moment. But I'll try to go over more things that benefit everybody.
I think one of the reasons that we lost OTC was just because of burnout and stubbornness on certain players not wanting to play certain heroes, whatever. I feel like that's changed a lot now, so I feel like we have a better chance to just be more flexible. We can't just get stuck.
Everybody who plays a hero on this team that's good at it seems to just have this like this extremely big brain grasp on how they play universally around their team. And that is one of the things I'm trying to push everybody toward, is like not getting out of your comfort zone often. Is what you want to do is like just sharpen whatever skill you have as sharp as it gets, and then kind of, you know, dip yourself into the other heroes that feel like they make sense and they feel okay to play, but like mechanically you just have to practice more.
Yeah, like I said, one of the reasons why, like I said, that like you see like certain people have like a really good mechanical hero, a really good hero that they don't play, but when they play it, you're like, wait a minute, you're really good at this hero. Why are you playing it? Oh, it's too easy.
Yeah, it's like that. That never makes sense to me. It's like, you know, the other night, seriously, like when I watched Shadow playing Mei, that was fucking insane.
I've always said that he has a really good Mei. He's got to bring it in.
To be honest, this is the main reason why I wanted a sub, because Shadow doesn't play strongly until his spot is on the line.
I'm recording this.
Good.
My God, Post, you better give me that to edit. I mean, I already talked to him about the whole sub thing, but I want anybody's attitude to be, you know, rather than like being defeated, because I don't want anybody to feel like that. I want them to feel more like they're inclined to show off. Because scrims are not where you want to pick up heroes that you've never played before. They're not heroes that, like, you know, you've seen in a stream a couple times and been like, I can do that. Like that's where quick play and ult accounts in competitive are for. Because at least you get more of a feel for mechanics, abilities, cooldowns, ultimates, and then you can juggle more things.
I feel like it's a combination. Like obviously do your homework on the hero, look at videos,
Oh, obviously.
look at tutorials, go to quick play, go to like ult accounts, and then try to implement it in the scrim to learn how to play around your team. And that's how we had Cold learn Sombra for goats and for Trip and Quad Comp.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, because that encourages a lot of growth in your team too. Because you might have other people who start practicing because they're like, well, you know, may as well, right? Because if there's a lineup where there's a certain map that I'm super weak on, and it's because I don't have mobility and I play like Orisa and Rhine and Zarya or something. Gosh, I don't know who that could be. Me. And you have to pick up Winston and D.Va. You know, you really have to just grind them out and figure them out and watch videos and then watch your own gameplay and be like, how did I die here? Oh, I'm an idiot.
And then after you get a certain grasp on it, learn to play and apply what you learn in the team environment, and then from there try to perfect it better.
Yeah. And like I said, it's easy to do if somebody is willing to do, like, they're willing to put in the practice and then listen to the criticism. Like,
One of the things that I try to tell people is, when you get criticized like in the scrim by a coach or just by anybody, it's not because we're shitting on you. It's because we want you to understand what could be done to remedy, like, you know, what would be like a bad play, make it into a better play. You know, like a play that's alright, make that into a pod play or anything like that.
like I find it easier to grow if you can just be somewhat introspective. Like, if I play like I just did, and I say, you know, what I did right there was crap. Like, I can say that and be like, I'm comfortable saying that in the moment I made the wrong decision, and next time I'm gonna try to make a better decision, rather than try to explain the poor decision and say, well, you know, this is what I thought. So it's like, yeah, well, that doesn't matter. You still messed up.
So we play a lot with some of the people from the GOAT team, you know, just for fun here and there and all accounts and stuff like that. And like we try to like instill certain things that we see with them, and like sometimes they feel like we criticize them too much, but we're like, no, it's not criticism. It's just like, if you do it this way, it'll be a little bit better. Trust us. Like, just little tips here and there, and we pick up tips from them too, from watching them do certain things, and you know, just learn and lead by example, pretty much. Like, it's just like, always do research, always like grind. It's always a grind, you know.
Oh yeah.
And people just gotta get used to the fact that if you don't do the grind a lot, you are gonna suffer a little bit because your not only is your mechanical skills gonna suffer, but your game sense and a lot of other factors go in besides your like decision making.
Here's my biggest problem. Is a lot of people want to see immediate results. And
it's like results are only gonna be sometimes they're little, but they add up over time. It's not gonna be something like immediate. It's not like you're gonna like fucking go into like the fucking chamber of fucking time and like do one scrim, pop off against a team that's like way below your SR and think that you're a god, and then next week you get dumpster because you got overconfident. It's like you have to always play, no matter what SR the team is. I think something that I always say, no matter what SR the team is that you're facing, you gotta play like these guys are your equal. Like I don't care if you think that one of them is shit. Don't give no ground. Like just play, respect the enemy team. You know?
yeah, and it's a good philosophy to have. This game is literally just all about patience. Like
that's one of the things that our old coach Stutter tried to implement more and more. It's like you don't have to force engages when you don't need to. You can wait. You can be patient. Set up an engagement that's better benefits you instead of trying to rush with like 5 people or like when you're not ready.
And the problem with fast-paced games for people that didn't come from MOBAs or something like that is that it really kind of subtly encourages you to always be doing something, and it can be, beneficial to doing things that are impactful, but if you get no value out of wasting time and abilities and all that, you're just, if you wait 5 seconds to do something, it's more beneficial to wait those 5 seconds than to dive in and lose 10 seconds just because you died. And I try to tell that to a lot of people, but they're like, well, these people should have my back or something like that. It's like they can't if you're not with them.
Or like even sometimes there's gonna be some fights that you're gonna go into where you have no economy, right? And you know in your head, like, okay, we were looking for picks, but if we lose, what's our job? I think you said it best. Try to see what you could bring out of them, what you could draw out of them, because they're gonna commit ults, and they're gonna commit resources to kill you. So make them waste resources, and you gain them. And then the next encounter, you're gonna have the advantage. But it's all about patience. It's not like trying to force things.
Yeah, it's.
And my voice is gone.
No, I was gonna say I won't keep you too much longer, but I really like this game.
I feel like this game in particular is really good.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's so depressing to watch people fall into habits that they don't they don't want to get out of. Like making picks that they want because they refuse to do something else, or not necessarily being comfortable with something but feeling like they're forced into it. So I'll work on that more. It's easier when I have everybody because it's easier to bounce ideas between people. But I will try to talk to more people in the coming.
Like always, I will post the VOD of the VOD review when I've uploaded it, and hopefully people actually watch it. People are watching it apparently because I have views on them, so we'll see.
It's a good thing because they're learning things.
And I'm fine with like learning a new hero, like just going into quick play for the longest time and just learning a new hero, if that's what we want to do.
Yeah, like I said, I've forced myself to learn all the support heroes. So
Are there if you guys can name 2 heroes that you just absolutely cannot play no matter what, who are those 2 heroes?
Mine's right now, mine's would be that's the thing. I guess my weakest one would be Sombra and Ball. Period. But that's like a different category altogether.
What about you, Cold?
In the tank category is
or
Ryan.
Any category, I guess.
Oh, any category?
Yeah.
Ryan and like Hanzo. My Hanzo is so weak.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's different for everybody, right? Like my
Yeah.
two are Doomfist and Widow. I don't have the patience for Widow because I always need to be in a fight. I don't like being really far back and taking my time and flicking, which is why I like Ashe and shit like that.
Yeah.
And
Doomfist is also a waiting game. You have to like.
Yeah, Doomfist is like a waiting game, but you have to execute it so well all at once that like it just overwhelms me and makes me, fuck up because I never play Doomfist, therefore I'll never be good at it because I don't practice, but like I've always been put off by the fact that once you climb up in a tier, it's like more and more like you have to be better to play Doomfist. And I just never found his combos and gameplay very enjoyable. So I tend to avoid him.
Yeah, like Apple Colt's brother is I call him a Doofus one trick, but he really isn't, because he actually studied the kind of hero a lot, and he actually he doesn't really play a lot of comp, but he's really good at them because he learned all the rollout tools or whatever. Like he learned all that shit.
I have seen people spend days learning Doomfist because they're like, oh my god, I can gain like 1,000 SR just by doing this. And it's like, yeah, but you have to have the patience for it. And
a lot of patience.
I do well on a lot of mechanical heroes. It's just I don't want to do it. I'd rather just be in the fight as a tank or a healer.
Rad, help me learn Brigida, Rad.
God, I was stunned. Like I just got shield bashed when somebody told me that. They were like, "Yeah, I don't know how to play her." It's like, what do you?
I have so many people that said that.
You're like, have you literally never played any game ever where you left click to damage and you right click to shields? You're literally just playing For Honor Overwatch Edition.
Mini rank. You play mini rank.
I actually stopped playing comp when I refused until not when she came out, but I refused to play comp until they fixed the shield bash through Ryan's shield. Because she could literally just like drop on Ryan with a Zarya bubble, shield bash him, and then the Reinhardt would just shatter the whole team.
Yeah. The initial build was terrifying. It was like nothing you did could like alleviate it.
Yeah, like she just completely overpowered and overwhelmed every fight.
Think about this: we would have had Gold earlier if she wasn't if they didn't do what they did to her, which they released her, where she was only available for quick play. She was banned for the season until the next season.
Yeah. I really wish they'd taken the time with that, because I think they felt that a lot of the complaints were from people that were getting dove by certain hero types that were just very difficult to counter in lower tiers by Smurfs. So she was basically just the anti-Smurf hero, and then she just became the everything hero.
Yeah,
like Winston, whip shot, Reinhardt charging you, shield bash.
Tracer, one shot combo.
Yeah, Tracer doesn't happen. If somebody picks Tracer, they go back to spawn and press H if they hear Brigitte.
Because that was the one hit count. Not gonna lie, as a support player, having to deal with that mosquito for the majority of the time of watch has been released, and then having a hero who could just deadly her in a second was funny.
It was funny to me because like, if you were playing a really really good Tracer who was harassing you and you just played Brig, that made me laugh because the Tracer would still be in the habit of trying to harass you because they think you're bad, but like necessarily it's more like you just need a kit to repel her, and the fact that you could just like whip shot combo with the shield bash and kill her and then teabag her and put your spray down and be like, Tracer player 5 has left the game, and you're like, yeah, get fucked.
We had a lot of fun with that.
I'm glad it's gone though. I'm really glad it's gone.
I'm glad it's gone too, but like that was, as a support player, that was funny.
If you give us too much power, we will abuse it.
We will.
But
I'm glad to head out.
Yeah, I got work tomorrow and I think Monday morning, and then